Hello.
Logic.
Hi.
How are you?
I feel like I'm about to sell insurance, but I feel that's a good thing.
Do you have any experience selling insurance?
No.
What would you do if you weren't a rapper?
I don't know, I think about this, and it makes me pretty perplexed.
Mm-hmm.
The illusion.
How does it feel to be a gecko right now?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like, when you think about kind of sliminess, it's like off-putting, but when you actually do it, it's quite remarkable. Yeah, it's a vibe.
There is something to embracing that which you typically are disgusted by, because then it no longer has any power over you.
It's like a fetish.
Yeah.
I like that.
Do you have any fetishes?
I'm a normal gecko sexually.
Really?
Yeah. A little hard thrusting and pumping every now and then. Nothing crazy.
There's nothing at all that you have ever at any... Please.
I don't know if I should.
If you should say it? Aren't you at a point in your life and your career where you can just say anything?
You know what? You're right.
No. Why do you fear the judgment of anyone?
Sometimes I like it when girls cut my tail off. And then I feel it grow back, and it is insane. So I'm just throwing that out there.
When the tail does grow back, it is kind of a good feeling.
It's a vibe. And it's a slow vibe. It's incredible. I'm also hungover.
You're hungover. Were you drinking a lot last night?
I was not drinking a lot. I was drinking.
What? How often do you typically?
I drink every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Okay.
But I'd like to think I do it right. Scotch or two, sometimes three, more often. Try not to go above that.
Okay.
Wake up on time, take care of my son, my wife, pay the bills, show up. Sometimes hungover to interviews.
How old is your son?
He's 2 years old and 4 months and 7 days.
Does he like you?
Yeah, I think he likes me.
How can you really tell if he likes you if he's 2? Like, how much of a personality does a 2-year-old have?
He's got a personality. He wakes up and immediately asks for Metallica.
Really?
Yes. And what he's really asking for is his playlist that he's curated himself. I think Spotify and Apple should probably give him a job. Anyway, so he's curated this playlist, and it's got Mac DeMarco on it, and it's got Slum Village and even Daddy's music. Not 1-800, though. That'd be weird.
Did you always know that you wanted to have a child?
Yeah, I think when you're a bit of a broken person, or at least from childhood, you want to do the best that you can to fix that by having your own family. And I think I'm doing all right.
Well, it's interesting because you could go one of two paths where you're like, this world is fucked up and all this fucked up shit happens, so I don't want to, continue the cycle. Or you can go, this world is fucked up. I'm going to create one of the good ones. Someone on the good side of humanity.
I think he's a good one. He's really sweet. He is the devil when he throws tantrums, but that's normal. He's in his 2s. I gave him a milkshake today for the first time.
You gave him a milkshake?
A milkshake. I gave him a sip, and he went like this. And he said, "Mo." And I said, "Okay, here you go." And he said, "Mo." And I said, "What do we say? What do we say when we want something?" And he goes, "Mo." And so I gave him some more. And then I said, "Say please." And he said, "Please."
What's the worst thing he's ever said to you?
The worst thing he's ever said was repeating me and his mother. And he was like, "Oh, shit." Because I was like, "Oh, shit." I dropped something, and I was like, "Oh, shit." And he was like, "Oh, shit."
He's like a parrot.
It's on TikTok. He is a little parrot. He's a parrot. But luckily, like if I was a parrot when I was a kid, it'd be like shooting people and dealing drugs and screaming and beating up my mom.
You'd beat up your mom?
No, men would. So if I was a parrot, that's what I would have done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just got dark. I kind of feel like if there's stages, I don't know, 1 to 10, call it 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. Just call it
1 to 10.
1 to 10. I'm like half of a percentage out of a 1, like during the Hulk's mutation right now. That's how I feel.
You're in between stages.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what you are is you're right before the Hulk lets go of Bruce Banner and becomes the Hulk. If you're a half of percentage, if you're in the in-between stage.
I'm that.
So I think, a little bit from now, you will have let go of your Bruce Banner and you will fully become the Hulk.
I feel like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Logic, what's been the most persistent thought on your mind lately?
I don't know. Probably my health. My therapist says that I have health anxiety, so I always overthink drinking or working out or this or da 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 da. And she was like, "You need to be nicer to yourself. You do a damn good job. You're good. Just continue the chase for balance."
Well, it's difficult because some might think that you do a good job because you are so anxious about it.
Yeah, I'm constantly talking about these things. I'm talking about alcohol or working out or health or eating or this or what I eat and da 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 da. And I think that's because I think it's because of that, yes, that I'm on my shit for the most part, except showing up here hungover.
What kinds of things do you talk about in therapy?
I talk a lot about my health anxiety because I'm always thinking about it. It was really bad. It used to be bad. I think about, I don't know, dying all the time, but not like killing myself, not like that. Like, like, oh no, my heart.
But wouldn't you? I mean, you've had you've had a pretty good life. So
You sounded like Christopher Walken. Yes, it's been great. My Christopher Walken sounds like. Do you know who? I mean, you're a young gecko.
Yeah.
Do you know who Woody Allen is?
I know. Who, yeah.
That's my Christopher Walken sounds like Woody Allen.
He died here a little bit of Woody Allen.
And I'm really trying to do Christopher Walken, but it's not. It doesn't work.
So you're afraid of death?
I used to be, still am, normally.
Okay.
Like a normal fear of dying.
Mm-hmm. What is it about death that scares you?
Who doesn't want to watch the next Tarantino movie? You know what I mean? Play the next Naughty Dog game. Bust the next nut. So it's more about just wanting to enjoy life. And I'm enjoying it. I'm going to tell you, I am enjoying it.
Yeah?
I would not be a gecko right now if I was not.
Enjoying life.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel that way. Well, I sort of feel like I enjoy life, and that's why I don't want to die. But if somebody looked me in the face and they were like, "You have to die tomorrow," I'd be like, I had a good run. Things work. In your life, you loved, you lost, you experienced pain, you experienced joy, you had good relationships, you made great art, you fucking saw more things, done more things probably than the average person has. Do you ever feel like? I feel like, I mean, when you really, and anyone really who's lived a life, you can just look at the painting from a macro perspective and gone, you know what, this was a good run. Not all things don't last forever. I'm grateful for what I got to have, and then, poof, I'm gone.
Agreed, but I'm trying to Quincy Jones it. I'm trying to Spielberg that shit. I'm trying to, look like I'm half in the crypt and still kicking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you want to be an old, successful person.
Yeah, I want to enjoy my life. I want to see my kids have kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of this. You're freaking me out. Something else.
What else?
Something else.
What does your kid do for fun? A 2-year-old, I don't know. I have no barometer on what it's like to be 2.
He loves dinos. He loves to watch this show Blippi, which is like the new Mr. Rogers on YouTube.
Okay.
He likes Cocomelon.
Is he an iPad kid? Do you know what that is?
He's. What's funny is me and my wife were like, never our son. He will never be on electronics. Then you have kids and you actually realize, one, it's extremely educational. The whole world is tablets and screens, and the younger the better. But the difference is to not just give them an iPad, to shut them up. Don't do that. Sometimes on a plane or something.
What does he do on the iPad? Cocomelon, playing video. Is he actually doing educational things, or he's playing Candy Crush and stuff?
No, he's watching. He's watching Cocomelon, which is very educational.
Do you watch Cocomelon with him?
Yes, I know a lot of those. Mrs. Appleberry, bad bitch. That's the teacher. Bad Latina.
Oh, she's attractive in the show?
She's attractive in real life.
Do you think they made her that way as a way to get dads to watch the show? Like they really kind of knew what they were doing with that?
No, I think they were just bringing some color in. I really love Cocomelon. You know what I love?
Tell me.
Hollywood entertainment now that it's not whitewashed. I love it. I love it.
Who's your favorite character that was traditionally white that they hired a person of color to do?
I don't know. I can't think of anybody right now. Oh, I had it and it was gone.
I know they're doing The Little Mermaid.
Damn it.
Right?
No, wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. There's really somebody who's dope, and I don't want to look at chat. It's gone. I don't know.
What do you know about this show?
Clips on TikTok.
Okay.
I said, this is funny. Can I do this? Do you think this could happen? And I call my I call my my managers. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm a little drunk when I do this.
Sure.
And I'm like, hey, there's this green guy.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. And I'm down this gecko hole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I know about the grass.
You know about the grass?
The grass. The alternate content, Lyle.
Oh, sure.
And I'm seeing all this, and I'm like, man, this is really cool. I really hope that I could do this. And then I see other people who also have done it, like Denzel Curry.
He was here.
GOAT.
He's a great guy.
Great guy. Funny, smart, intelligent. Yeah, man. And I was like, maybe I could do this, possibly, in another world. These lights are tripping me out. I'm not on drugs.
Yeah, you were talking about how the lights were tripping you out.
The lights are a lot.
Really, I never noticed them. But when you have experience with being under lights when you're performing in
not
stadiums
hungover.
How hungover are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'm like a 1.5.
A 1.5?
I'm fine.
Okay. Do you actually drink every day?
Yeah, I do. I drink. Well, not every day. Most days. Most days I have 2 scotches, 2 standard drinks, 2, 3, like I said.
Is it do you really notice the changes in your body when you have a day where you don't drink? Like, do you like, is your sobriety like noticeable to you?
No, not if I'm doing it like I do it. If I do it responsibly,
sure,
then I wake up the next day and don't feel my alcohol really. If I have 3 or more in a night, then I could feel my alcohol, and I'm like,
hey, I have more questions about your fear of death, but you seem like you don't want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Does your fear of death like compel your actions in any way? Does it make you want to do more things, or does it make you want to do less things? What is it? How does it affect your actions?
Love that question. It has done both at separate times in my life. I almost bought a tour bus because I was convinced I was going to die in a plane crash. Yeah, I was like 23, 24. And I never had a... Are you okay? It's hat. My bad.
Oh, it's hat? No, do your thing. It's important. Where can we buy these?
They're not for sale.
They're not for sale?
They will be, I think. But I have to talk to them first.
I got to get me a gecko plushie or like a gecko squishmallow or something.
My son calls him Plush Daddy.
I like that.
So anyway, I was so freaked out. I never had a fear of flying. And then I was in New York in like 2013 talking to my attorney, Paul Rothenberg, fellow Jewish man.
Respect. You're not Jewish, but I forget if we talked about this on camera.
I am not Jewish.
Because when I posted the story that you were going to be on here, and a bunch of people were like, "Oh, you're getting another Jewish person on."
No,
so there are people out there who do think you're
I'm
Jewish.
the 23andMe sponsor. I'm the biracial guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to buy a tour bus because I was so freaked out. And I remember before I had a fear of flying, I didn't have one. And then my attorney was like, "Hey, man, you ever thought about how being on a plane is like a giant metal death box that could just fall out of the sky at any time?" And I was like, no. And then I get on the plane like 2 days later and I start thinking about that exact thing and I have this panic attack. It's making me anxious.
And you know another thing, maybe it's just in the face because I can't see your hair because you guys have different hair, but in the face with the glasses, you do look a little bit like Buddy Holly.
That's cool. So I was in the middle of this aisle and I'm like freaking out. And then for like the next 3 years, I just do everything I can to avoid planes. And I'm like white knuckling it on these planes like the whole time. You know what I mean? And it's freaking me out. And then one day I was just like, dude, you got to live your life, man. The odds of this thing actually going down are like insane. Like, and even if it did, what are you going to do? You got to let go. You know, life is, we all think we're in control and we're not. I think we're in control of some situations. You're in the car with somebody and they're driving a little too fucking fast. You tell them to slow down. Yeah. You know, things like that. But in the grand scheme, it is what it is. And that's what's scary. You know, and I think about that a lot. I think about my baby. I want him to be happy and healthy, but I get these intrusive thoughts of, you know, him maybe not being in the best of health or his mother or this or that. And it's very scary. But what I do is I take that and I turn it into music and I write it down and I do everything that I can as a gecko.
Is music almost like a manifestation of you know, because you're reconciling with these thoughts about like, there's all these things you cannot control, but is music like a manifestation of you attempting to have some sort of control over these things?
No. I'm just trying to rap good.
Hey, do you want to take a call?
Yeah.
Hi, is this Jack?
Yeah.
Jack, you're on the phone with two geckos. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm going good. Logic, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm great. I'm really excited to speak with Jack.
Yeah.
Jack, how can we get you
how's it going?
this evening?
Dude, okay. I got a story to tell you real quick. So I was, like, this is high school. I just graduated, all right? And so I had, like, this thing. I'd make foot fetish jokes. And that always got a laugh. Always laugh.
What joke?
He said he makes he makes foot fetish jokes.
Foot fetish jokes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that always got a laugh, like I said. And eventually people, like, started to stop laughing. And they're like, then they start put, like, two and two together. Like, what's this guy just, like, projecting his massive fetish upon us? And then they're like, people started approaching me one by one. They're like, Jack, do you have a foot fetish? And I was like, no, why would you think that? And like, you keep making these jokes, man. And so, like, what do I do? I don't know, like, how, because I can't just deny it, because they'll be like, oh, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. But yeah,
Jack,
that's kind of where I am right now.
Jack, first, I want to know, why is it important to you why is it important to you what people think of you and your potential sexual fetishes?
Well, like, it's important what people think of me, because I want to be presented well. I try to dress nice, I try to make people like me. Of course, anyone does that, but there's like, it's kind of a weird fetish. Not to, like, kink shame anyone, but just like, yeah, that's not me.
Logic, do you have any experience of people thinking that you are something that you're not?
Yeah, actually. Usually when I'm not in green face, folks assume that I'm white, or at least they did, and then I became a meme. So, yeah, I spent a long time people trying to tell me what I am racially, or what I am as a rapper, and I've learned that, man, you can't focus on those people, brother. You got to be able to step back and be happy, be proud of who you are. And it's apparent you like feet, man, and that's fine. So just rock with it, do your thing. It's okay. And you like to come on toes. There's nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. Be proud. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, bro. You're good.
What do you think about that, Jack?
Okay, I'm gonna deny the foot fetish thing again, but I do like the idea of just kind of like rolling with it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like the more I deny it, the worse it would get.
Or you could stop telling the jokes, but then where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I quit. I quit telling the jokes. I think people are starting to, like, move on from it, so that's a good thing.
What do you want people to know you as? Because we know what you don't want to be known as. We know that you don't want people to think you have a foot fetish, but when people think of you, how do you want them to think?
Well, I'm a musician. I play drum set. I play for
Sick.
a band, and I guess, yeah. So I like to do that. I'd rather be known as a musician and, like, a music producer. Like, I make beats in my spare time too. It's fun. It's a good way to keep myself busy.
Well, Jack, I think
rather just be known as a musician.
I think that you can have a multi-dimensional personality in which people know you for both your sexual fetishes as well as your hobbies, be they musical or otherwise. And either way, I don't think you should be so wrapped up in people's perceptions of you.
I agree, and I also think, everybody wants to be a superstar. Everybody wants to make music and do their thing. And if you love that, do it. And do it with no regrets. But if there's any part of you that is even slightly interested, you sound like a young guy, with his whole ambitions and life ahead of him. Any slight interest of podiatry, then I say you go all the way through with it, man. Because if feet make you happy, you know, I say to the moon, you know?
To the moon? Okay. If we are rolling with this hypothetical foot fetish, where would I go from here?
He just told you podiatry.
Podiatry? Oh, is that like foot massaging or something, or like?
No, that's
foot care?
it's a doctor who specializes in feet. But I mean, massages ain't bad either. Because then you can't lose your license if something goes wrong. I mean, maybe you still can, but
Yeah.
Do you need a license to massage feet?
So it's like,
maybe to be a masseuse, I think you got to take some kind of course.
Jack, go find out the answers to these questions for us.
I would love to. Hold on, I'm sitting in front of my laptop.
Sure, we'll wait.
Just give me a sec.
Mhm.
I like your beard.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I thought you would have like a mustache or a beard or something.
I get a little like a rapey vibe going, so I keep it. I don't.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to
So,
go.
I'm back.
What did you find?
So you can still practice massage therapy, like if you're doing it like in like a strip mall or something, you don't need a license. But if you're like, you know, like a medical professional, like in a hospital or something, you should have a license.
Okay, so it seems like there's a way for you to work your way up. You start on the strip mall,
Mhm.
and then you get a license.
Yeah, but license in massaging feet.
Well, Jack, we don't want to waste any more of your time that could be spent on doing this.
Thank you. Oh, wait, can I say one more thing before we go?
Sure.
So, okay, back like a few months ago, when you did the interview with Denzel Curry,
Sure.
I commented on your like a little bit that you had on your Instagram. I asked when it was dropping. You said Sunday, and that like made my week that you replied to me. So yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Logic, is there anything else you want to say to Jack?
Yeah,
I
of
want to
course.
say keep doing what you do what you love, and you know, 1 foot at a time, man. Keep going.
Thank you for calling, Jack.
Thank you, guys. See you guys.
What a real gentleman.
Aren't you inspired by people who are still trying to figure out what it is that they want to do with their lives?
Definitely. It's amazing. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I remember that, you know, when I was in the basement or, you know, chasing a record deal or this or that. I didn't realize that those were some of the best moments of my life, but I couldn't focus on them because I was too focused on the future or the attainment of, or the possible attainment of a dream. But that's life. And I think I learned from that. And now any endeavors or whatever I do that's new and different to me now, I do my best to enjoy the moment.
So you're living a life where I assume you have a lot of what you wanted at one point early in your life.
Yes.
Are you good at like being like grateful for that?
Yeah, 100%. I think about that all the time, dude. Like, I'm so happy to have a family, first and foremost, to have friends, and to know that I can literally pick up a microphone at any time and record music, like, for a living, and that people will appreciate it and love it. Somebody's gonna love it. Not everybody's gonna love everything you do, but that's insane.
You wrote a book, didn't you?
I did. I wrote two. I wrote a novel called Supermarket, and then I wrote a memoir about my life.
When you were writing your book, how often would you procrastinate and say you were going to write and then like go have a snack or something?
I'm a sick fuck, man. I wrote my book in like a month.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Just
maybe about 2 months, because I did the first half, and then I took off for like a year.
Really?
Yeah, working on music and stuff, and then I came back to finalize it. The first one, anyway. And that whole book is about depression and anxiety and things that I was going through. So I felt like before I could kind of wrap it up with what the character was going through, was very much so based on myself, I was like, I need to do the best that I can to face my demons.
You probably have a lot of people who, come up to you and try to relate to you about their own struggles, I assume, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Does that get intense for you?
Yeah, it was really difficult when I had this song called 1-800. It was a song about suicide and suicide prevention, and that was difficult because I'm out on tour singing this song every single night about killing yourself, and then hoping that people will overcome that.
Yeah.
And then you have people who have or people who have had family members or loved ones that haven't and didn't overcome it. And then you hear those stories, and it's a lot to take on. And so that was really difficult, just knowing that for like 9 months straight out of my career and life, every day was about death.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty heavy, but, not more heavy than the people that are on that lifeline every day for people who are calling. That's some real shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Do you think that's a job that you would be good at if you had it running a suicide hotline?
I wouldn't want to do it, dude. It's too deep. That's what I'm saying. Those people are heroes, dude. I couldn't. 9 months was hard, and I'm happy that song will live forever. Yeah. But, yeah.
People who do that, I wonder what their relationship is like with death. Like, if you're a person, someone like that, like maybe an EMT or somebody who's just like seeing people die all the time, like,
I don't know.
I wonder if they get like numb to it.
You love death. I'm not upset about it. Just saying.
I do think about it. I try to think about it every day.
Do you think about it? Does it ever scare you?
I said if I laid out my life, like at the end of it, I would be like, we had a good run. I wouldn't. That's how. By the way, that's how I feel about the Earth. Like, how like climate change is a big thing and the Earth is slowly dying. I don't think it's that bad because we had a great run, humanity, society.
That's true.
Like we did a good job.
150 years.
It's the last 150, but we had a solid amount of. We weren't perfect, but we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, post-slavery, decent job we did.
Hey, do you want to take another call?
Let's do it.
Hi, is this Kayla?
Hi, this is Kayla.
How are you doing, Kayla?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. You're on the line with two geckos. What is it that you'd like to talk about today?
Well, first, I wanted to tell you about, I called you way back in, October, and I didn't have, my Wi-Fi calling on, so I got disconnected. And I was very sad about it. And I expressed my sadness to my brother. To my brother and my sister-in-law, and they bought me, a pack of your merch. So, yeah, now I'm here.
Tell your brother and your sister-in-law that I said thank you very much for the consolation gift that they gave to you.
Yeah, I will.
So, Kayla, how can we get you this evening?
So, basically, I used to have this friend. She was my best friend for a while. I call her Katie. And then she started dating this guy, and he thought he was a werewolf, I guess. And I remember this one time he left big bruises all over her legs, and I was like, what happened? And she was like, oh, he wolfed out, And I was like, he wolfed out? Anyway, so we were on and off friends for a couple years. And then I finally was like, you know what? It's fine. We can be friends. And I was a bridesmaid at her wedding in March. Then 3 weeks after her wedding, she cheated on her husband with her husband's brother. And, at first I was like, wow, that's crazy, but I'm still your friend,
Are we still on the wolf thing?
Yeah, wait, who's the wolf?
Who's the wolf?
Did she marry the wolf?
The wolf is her husband. He thought he was a wolf, and I didn't like him for a long time just because, he was weird, and he thought he was a wolf, and he was mean to me and my friends. And he wasn't mean, but he was he caused a strain in our friendship. That's
okay, but she ended up marrying him anyway. And did he eventually get over wolfing out?
He did eventually get over wolfing out, and we would make fun of him for being a wolf. But after a while, he was a cool dude.
All right.
But yeah, I feel the wolf thing was a part of the story for a while. That's why I didn't like him. He was a wolf, and he thought he was a demigod or something. And I just thought he was really
so
weird.
He was definitely Team Jacob.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
They actually had a Twilight-themed wedding.
Oh,
so,
wow.
You're on point with that.
Yeah.
Try.
What is your Kayla, listen, unless if you have a specific question about your friend, what about you? Are you going to get married? How's this affected your relationships?
Well, I did have a question about my friend. Well, we stopped being friends because she cheated on her husband, with her husband's brother. And
Okay.
the first time I met this dude, I offered him a drink, and he was like, "No, I can't. I'm on probation." And I was like, "Oh, what'd you do?" And he was like, "I can't tell you. It's bad." So I just kind of left it alone. And then she told me.
So what would the question be?
Well, I'm not talking to her anymore, and she blocked me on everything, and I need to know how to get my stuff back.
Stuff? What? Like what? What stuff?
Like my belongings, you know, like my jacket. She has some drinking games of mine and stuff.
I think you don't really want your stuff back. Because if this person was so toxic to you, you know, you charge it to the game. You'd say, this person is out of my life. Okay, a couple drinking games, $19.99 each, a jacket that might be a bit sentimental. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I hear you, but is it worth it? Is what you got to ask yourself. Excuse me, Geck, I didn't mean to.
No, please, yeah. But I'm going to listen. If logic tells you charge it to the game, charge it to the game.
Yeah.
I like that expression. I'm gonna start using that a lot.
Please.
Charge it to the game.
Yeah,
It's yours.
I guess so. It wasn't the jacket was my boyfriend's, and the drinking games belonged to my brother and my sister-in-law. But you know, I'll just tell him I have to charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game. They have to also charge it to the game. It's all good. It's like a family friends situation. Just charge it.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I guess here's my answer.
Okay. Believe in you. You got this.
Kayla, anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
If you're listening, Katie, I want my stuff back.
Charge it to the game,
Thank
Kayla.
you all.
Of course. Thanks for calling, Kayla.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay.
I really do love that expression.
Charge it to the game. It's yours.
Have you used that a lot?
I rap, so it's kind of like a thing in my world. Charge it to the game.
Oh, you didn't come up with that.
No, it's like a saying. I'm not sure who came up with that, but I mean, no one owns it. So I would charge it to the game and use it.
What's the last thing that you had to charge to the game?
Last thing I had to charge to the game. I don't know. That's a good one. My divorce settlement. Charge that to the game.
I like that. That's a good. You know the phrase "fuck it, we ball." People use that as like a
fuck it, we ball.
As like a kind of
like, hey, it is what it is.
Panacea is what it is. Cure all.
Yeah.
I like charge it to the game as that.
Charge it to the game. That's what it is.
How are you feeling in this very moment?
I'm good. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
I've been doing press. So I've been waking up early.
If ever there were like a press thing where you could just kind of fall asleep and it'd be totally fine.
I have to urinate though.
You do?
I hate. You ever push on your bladder to see if you got to go?
Yeah. How badly do you have to go on a scale from 1 to 10?
I don't know. It's like a 7.
Do you want to go? We can wait.
I don't. But I do. You know, that's the thing when you got to go and you're like, ugh.
Do you have a small bladder?
I don't know that I have a small bladder. I just have a very active bladder.
Okay.
My bladder's active, you know, like
Approximately how many bladder movements
a lot.
per
But
day?
I also drink like a gallon and a half of water a day,
Mhm.
you know, so I'm peeing a lot.
Do you do that to offset the scotch?
Well, no, the scotch is only in the evenings. I have rules, you know, 5, 6, 7 drinks. No, I'm just kidding. 5, 6, 7 at night, have a drink, 8:30, pour another one, watch a movie, go to sleep.
Do you ever like wake up in the middle of the night you have to pee?
Yeah.
Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, had to pee, and then tripped and fell?
No.
No?
No, yeah, I've definitely tripped.
What's your sleep schedule like now that you have the child? Because I've heard that they can really fuck up some sleep schedules.
We have a nanny too, so
Yeah.
when we were sleep training him, that was difficult. But I get green on the mic.
Oh, there's tons of green on the mic already.
Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game.
Yeah, we've definitely lost a lot of sleep, but now he sleeps all the way through the night. He's the shit. He's the man. He's really special. But when you got a kid, charge it to the game. That's what you got to do.
What do you think he'll be when he grows up?
I think he's gonna be a musician.
You think he's gonna be a musician?
I really do, man. He just loves music. He's obsessed with all genres of music. He's so sweet and so cute.
So I'm curious.
Like I can really be just as like chill
Yeah,
as
no,
I
yeah,
want.
of course. Do your thing.
Okay.
I want you to be comfortable.
You need an ottoman.
A what? An ottoman? Oh yeah, like a little.
Yeah.
I gotta get a red one. Is that what that's called? An ottoman? I've heard the phrase ottoman, but I never could map it to an
It's
actual
called an
thing.
ottoman. Yeah, it's an ottoman.
When your son, let's say your son gets to be, I don't know, like fucking 16 or whatever it is, and he's like, Dad, I want to be a musician. How much are you gonna hook him up versus letting him do his own thing?
What he earns, he'll get.
Okay.
You know, so if he's going out to open mics and making a name and trying things and XYZ, it's like if I got a studio, which I do, and he wants to utilize the studio to
Sure.
make beats,
Sure.
I'm going to give him that opportunity.
Sure.
If he's really good at what he's doing, I'm going to tell him, go out there, find other people who are good like you, build your team,
Mm-hmm.
and if he needs a little help,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not enablement, but if he needs some help,
Sure.
I'll be there to help him out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What if he decides he wants to get into music? If he decides he wants to get into music, and he does his music for you, and you don't like it, are you gonna tell him, or are you gonna still encourage him?
I would encourage him, and I would do everything that I could to understand it.
Sure.
You know, because I think the older generation don't understand a lot of things that we could be like, what the hell is this shit?
Mm-hmm.
EDM.
What's your least favorite genre of music?
I'm really thinking about this.
Yeah, I can tell.
I don't know, man. I'm like thinking about it. I really love and appreciate so much music. So I know you said what's the least one. I don't know. I can't think about it. I'm not trying to answer you like Obama, who's also biracial.
Sure.
I'm just trying to like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know?
It's cool to me that you have such a love for music that you don't want to bash any genre because you can see the what's good in each of them.
Yeah, man. I strum the guitar. I like to sing.
What about country? I feel like that's a lot of people's typical answer.
You know what? I could sit here and say that. I've kind of heard some fire-ass country songs. So the fact that I've heard a couple songs that made me go, damn, this white motherfucker kind of woke. Talking about some real shit. You know? If it's the typical, like, you know, I don't fucking know. I'm a redneck piece of shit.
Sure.
I don't like people of color. If it's very evident, not fucking with it.
Don't clip that out of context.
It's already begun. This is what I do, friend.
Oh man, we have so many. Okay. Talk to Rudolph from Mexico. We don't get a lot of calls from outside of the States because they're very expensive, and Rudolph has paid the exorbitant fee to talk to us.
Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game. Rudolph! Sorry, that was fucking loud. What's going on,
Yes.
Rudolph?
Hi. Okay, so
Rudolph.
yes, I'm a big. Yes.
What's going on, man?
Okay, so well, first of all, I'm very excited for this call. I'm a fan. I'm very excited for this Friday for Vinyl Days, and I do have one question. Yes,
Hey.
I'm Rat Pack.
Let's
Yes.
go, baby, from Mexico. What's
So-
your question?
Okay, so I would like your advice for about relationships. Okay, so how can you tell when you're with the right person? You know, when you're dating with someone, you're still figuring it out. And in my case, it has been like several times that you're with someone and you may think that she's the one, right? But then something happens or you know, there are some hard times. But how do you know that you're with the right person?
Fantastic question. I think hard times are inevitable. But at the end of the day, your person will understand you. They will appreciate you. Your person will be able to communicate their feelings and how they feel, and will welcome you to be able to do the same thing. You and your person will be able to find out over time and through communication, which is the most important aspect of any relationship, be it business, professional, personal, romantic, what your love languages are, which I believe is a real thing. Affection, touching, speaking to one another, buying gifts or gift giving, making gifts, things like that. So I think you'll know, because there's not going to be a lot of bullshit going on. Things happen, arguments arise, sometimes we bicker over little things, but if it's your person, you guys are going to love each other wholeheartedly and be able to communicate with one another. Vinyl Days, charge it to the game.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
What do you think about all
That's
that?
a great advice. Well, yes, I agree. I think that it has a lot to do, well, in my short experience, I think that it has a lot to do with being like conscious, very conscious. I can generalize it, I can summarize it to being conscious, because well, when you're with someone that is not conscious, or that they're worried about like very superficial things, I think that it comes down to being very conscious, and that's, well, to me, it's the way that I can enjoy time with another person. If she's conscious,
if they're into, I don't mean
it.
to interrupt you, but if they're into superficial shit and you're not, that's a clear. It's just a clear indicator that you're not. If you don't value, hey, if two superficial people like superficial materialistic shit, well then, congratulations, they found their person. And if that's not what you feel you are, then
Wow.
search for that person that you deserve.
Yeah, that's right.
Is this all? How
do
did
you think that?
No, please go ahead, Rodolfo. I wanted you to ask Logic a question.
Do you think that there's always someone for someone, or because I mean there are a lot of people that are alone, right?
I think there is someone out there for everyone. It just takes the individual to have the courage to be willing to possibly, in certain few or many scenarios, essentially deal with rejection. And rejection can be very scary. I've been, for a long time in my career, I was scared I would be rejected by people I loved or looked up to or was fans of. And as I got older and had a baby and saw life completely differently, I was like, fuck that. I'm going to extend my hand. And if it's not shaken, then so what? And I'm not even going to, be angry at that person or this or that. It's just, hey, that's them. I would like to be this person's friend or make music, or in your case, maybe try to take somebody on a date, fall in love. And if they don't want to do that, well, they're just not my person. So I think there is someone out there for you. And it's going to take courage and strength, and you charging it to the game a couple times to make sure that that you fight for that person.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to share with you that actually you have been very impactful in my life. Actually, to my current girlfriend, I give her the supermarket book, and she is loving it. We're reading it with the audiobook also. So it's very an immersive experience. And I want to thank you too, because on my engineering project for me to graduate, on the acknowledgements, I put your name on it because
thank you very much. That is so sweet. Thank you.
Your music has was the thing that kept me like on the ground, like.
What? Can I ask, what was your engineering project?
Okay, so I made a project for BMW, and on the plant here in Mexico, I worked on the logistics of some spare parts, and a process for them to deliver parts to different production areas. So I'm an IT engineer. But you are so impactful in my life.
Well, you are a boss, and the fact that you even slightly care about me enough to include me in your professional career, let alone your personal one with your girlfriend, I thank you very, very, very much. And yeah, you seem like a very sweet young man, and thanks, dude. You really made my day. Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Rudolph.
I hope
Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, I just want to shake your hand someday, and if you ever come to Mexico, just make a big announcement so we can all know and we can go to meet you.
You got
Thank
it.
you.
I'm going to be there. You're the best. Have an amazing evening and stay incredible. Thank you for calling.
Thanks for calling, Rudolph.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Peace.
That guy was very sweet.
I have to pee so bad.
You can go pee.
I feel bad.
Go pee. Go pee. People, I told you, every guest does a pee break. When you stand, you really feel it.
When you stand, oh.
It's bad, right?
Oh.
What are you doing? Stay. Go pee. You feel I can see the pain in your eyes. I'll interview him. Perfect.
Whew.
How did that feel?
Dude, I'm so tired.
Yeah. What's making you so tired, you think?
Stressed.
What are you stressed about?
Just, last album on Def Jam.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Illusion. Yeah, man. These lights. Got to charge it to the game, I think.
The lights are really fucking with you.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Is the chair kind of...
Chair's cool. I feel out of it. I feel derealized. It's because I'm stressed. I've been having a lot of anxiety recently because, I just bought a house in Malibu.
Okay.
My wife and my son weren't there for a week, and then they came, and I, was going to have some time to myself, and I kind of got that, but it was really spending a lot of time making sure that the house was good and ready for them to be there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you got a lot of people that, you're like responsible for,
Yeah, but, charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game. I can see why that would be stressful.
Yeah, but I honestly do feel great. I'm excited. I just woke up today. I went to bed last night. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, please.
I went to bed last night at 1 a.m. after a fucking 3-hour interview I did. And then, woke up. It was hard to sleep. And then I had a morning interview. And then I went and I got to see my son. And I'm really enjoying this. Might not seem like it. I'm having a blast.
Dude, fuck yeah. When you're stressed out, what do you like to do to relieve your stress?
I like to sit, chill, relax, play video games, watch movies, drink scotch.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy that in a very Seth MacFarlane kind of way. Just calm, chill with my wife. I think I think I deal with my anxiety and my stress in a healthy way. I think I really do.
Have you learned healthy ways to deal with your anxiety and stress? I assume it hasn't always been that way, but it was a sort of gradual process of getting there.
Yes, a lot of therapy.
Mm-hmm.
No pun. It's like a journey of self. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's with that, you got to figure out what works for you, what doesn't. I experienced this thing called derealization. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it. Tell me.
Yeah, so
about your
derealization is what I'm feeling right now. I almost feel like I'm you ever seen Men in Black?
Sure.
The original?
Yeah. Sure.
Have you, or are you just saying that?
I've been on the ride at Universal Studios.
Okay, so there's a scene where there's this little alien in this guy's head. Sometimes that's how I feel. Almost like have you ever smoked weed?
Yeah, I smoke weed all the time.
Okay, so you ever get a little too high, almost paranoid high, and everything's like... Choo, 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 choo. Now imagine that, but you're not stoned.
Or is it just because I've been there before and
it's
I'm
like a glass.
I've been there before and I'm
the...
so fucking tired that I just don't feel I'm not there.
I think that's what it is. I think I'm tired and anxious and I work really hard and I know when to take my time, and tomorrow I'm doing nothing all day. I'm going to take my wife to the beach. relax, drink a lot of water.
Do you typically work until you get like this?
I do. And I need to work on it because every time I try to relax, I just don't. Ask my management. You know what I mean? Ask my people. Ask my homies.
You rolled up here. You have like a legit like an entourage.
I do have an entourage, but it's not like I try to have an entourage. It's not like a, like a classic idea of an entourage. Like everyone actually has a job. I have my security guards, my managers, my assistant. My artist who I signed, who I wanted to come. His name's Castro. He's been one of my best friends since day one.
Was he? I talked to a guy who said he's also from Maryland.
That's him.
That's him.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that's awesome that like someone in your posse is like,
oh, dude, Castro.
He's a day one.
Oh
day
yeah,
one
there's a
homie.
lot of day ones here. And some's not here unfortunately because things happen and you charge it to the game and it is
Sure.
what it is. And but I'm blessed and I'm lucky to have people around that love me and sometimes you go a little too hard, but
Are you trying to work less?
no, it's just more about balance, really. It's
Sure.
about like, well, yeah, am I trying to work less? Yes, because I be on my phone and it's the first thing I do is I wake up and I check my phone and I start talking to Justin, my manager, about shit.
Yeah, same.
But it's because there's a lot going on. But I just got an Apple Watch.
I hate the Apple Watch.
Me too. I like the
hate
Rolex.
it because it's like, well, I hate it because it's like, your phone's in your pocket all the time. Do you need it a glance away from you at any given time?
See, my thing is, my phone is the problem. Put service on just the watch. Set it to focus priorities. You don't get notifications all the time. And when I do this, it's really to be away from work.
Sure.
And then just stay in touch with my wife if she needs me. So that's how I kind of got it set up.
How long have you been married for?
I've been married for 3 years. Come this July.
So you're like tell me if I'm wrong here, but are you like kind of new to having like a really robust personal life that you have to balance with your career?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because my whole career up until I was 28 really was that. I mean, I had been married once before. It didn't work out. Nothing crazy. Just didn't work out. But even then I was working a lot. So I work a lot.
Yeah.
But I really do take that time personally for me and my family. I think it's very important.
I guess when you don't have a family and a kid and a whole like other personal life and you just or have your career thing, it's easy to be like, this is everything.
Yeah. Got any good movies you like?
I like the Simpsons movie. You ever see that?
Yeah. You know who sent me a message today?
Who?
Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson. Get the fuck out of here, Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson sent me a message today.
What did he say?
Shout out to Omima. Bart Simpson sent me a message through his spirit holder, Nancy Cartwright. The incredible,
saying to join the Church of Scientology?
The incredible actor, possibly. Shout out. I'm pretty sure my makeup artist is a Scientologist. I myself am not a religious person.
No? What do you think happens when we die?
I don't know. I had a conversation with Neil deGrasse Tyson about this.
What did he say?
He said, I said, what do you think happens? He said, I don't think anything happens. I said, that doesn't scare you? He goes, I don't think anything happens because I think before we were born into this plane of existence, nothing had happened before that. No emotions, no feeling. I didn't give a shit about it. So why would I care afterwards? And I was like, whoa. It's kind of wild. One perspective to have, I think, is a cool one. Not a religious guy. Like to think there's something after this. Hope there is, because I'm a human and I'd like something else going on, But if there isn't, I'm going to ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off like Martin Lawrence.
Do you pray?
Run till that. Do I pray? No. I do in the sense of
Exactly. Yes, of course. Like pray. Like I don't. Praying doesn't necessarily have to be.
Yeah, I'm not
theological.
like dear white Jesus.
Yes.
Like that's not me.
No.
And I don't hate on religion by any means, dude. Whoever, whatever, I'm with it. I support it. I believe in God, but God isn't a guy with a beard on a cloud to me.
You were in a 3-hour interview, right?
Yes.
Is there interview questions or interview topics that you are sick of talking about?
Probably my race. Believe it or not, the only time I've actually brought it up in recent times is jokingly.
Sure.
Or when someone asks me. So if you ask me a question that pertains to that, I will then, explain like I am right now. I'm not trying to take it any further than this. You asked the question,
sure.
I answered
Sure,
it.
sure. Well, I wasn't going to ask you it because I feel like it's just weird to ask someone about their race.
I think so too. I mean, what? I don't know, whatever.
Plus, we're both green now.
I love that. Green, it's a vibe.
Hey, you want to take a
blade
call?
of grass. Yeah, let's take a call. Let's do that. I wish they could see me if I laid on the floor. It's fine.
Oh, do you want to? You can lay on the floor. You can go all the way if you. Oh, you want to go all the way like that? You're totally welcome to. How's that feel?
It's okay.
Do you want a pillow?
No, this is fine. Oh, this is good for the back. Oh my god. Whoa. Is this okay?
Oh no,
stretch?
you do whatever you want, man.
Wow.
Okay.
This is going. Fuck. Oh my god.
Let's see. There's one I had my eye on.
Oh, shit.
That I liked.
I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go home and go to sleep.
Hello.
Hi, Jack.
Hi. How you doing, June?
Are you able to hear me?
Lots
Good.
of
How are you
Can
guys?
you hear June?
Hello. Great. Fantastic. Excited.
Hi.
What's going on with you, June?
You don't sound so excited.
I'm very excited. I'm so hype. Dude. This is June?
Logic, listen, Bobby, we want you only as you are. As you are is perfect.
No.
All right, cool, good. Then I'm having
Please,
a great time.
do your
It's
thing.
splendid.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
Things are good. June, I love your name. One of my best friends, his name is Arjun. We call him June or Six. He is an Indian Baba boy, and he's beautiful. And that's what your name makes me think of. And also, that's the
That's
month
so
that we're in right
beautiful.
now. So, yes, you sound like a very sweet young person.
Thank you.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much, Jack.
June, how can we get you today?
Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't know
No,
you guys
don't
were
be.
going to pick up.
Don't be. We had no idea that anyone was ever going to call.
So, last Saturday, or not the Saturday just passed, the one before that, like June 3rd, my boyfriend, he went to rehab, and I'm just really sad about it. Like, I feel very lonely. And, yeah, I've just been watching your podcast at work, just, like, always listening to it, trying to get my mind off of, like, just my thoughts and stuff.
Logic, do you have anything for this?
When you say your boyfriend works in rehab, like he works at a rehabilitation
No, not
center?
work. No. Sorry. He is
I think
in
he
rehab.
went to. He's in.
Went
rehab.
to rehab. Okay,
Yeah.
even better. I mean, maybe not for your current situation, but for me to be there for you. I grew up raised by convicts and people who were coming in and out of prison and jail. And one of the rehabilitation centers that I frequented as a child, under 10 years old, learned how to play chess in a place called PRC, a pre-release center where convicts would go before they were then released to the general public. And let me just tell you this, whether it's for substance or anything else going on in his life, the first step to rehabilitation is in fact that, rehab. So I know it may be extremely difficult, but be proud of him. He's there. He loves you, and you're giving him so much support, dude. Like you are, for lack of a better, excuse me, ma'am, you are a boss bitch. Okay, if I'm being real, and you should be proud of that. And girl, get it, slay queen, for real. You are standing by your man when so many others would just.
Wait, can you say
you know.
period? Can both of you guys say period really quickly? Like period.
Period.
Did that do whatever you needed it to do?
Okay, you got it, shorty.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so yeah, so you keep being great, and you keep standing by your man, unless he keeps going back, and then you might have to, figure it out.
Okay.
What do you think about all that, June?
I think that's beautiful. I think that's really great. Because this is the first time, like, he admitted himself.
Oh, wow.
Like, I think the first two times he was, like, kind of forced to go, and then this was the first time he was like, no, I want to go.
What's he in rehab for?
He actually, like, took the alcohol.
Yeah, that scared me straight, seeing my parents. It's a difficult thing, teetering over. And I think when it comes to any substance, you have to ask yourself, why do you do it? I think it's very obvious. Logic enjoys the scotch. But self-medication, it's to what degree, You don't want it to truly interfere with your day-to-day life and, your relationships and the people you love. I didn't drink till I was 27 years old, so it's been like college these last 4 years. I've been enjoying myself. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, till I was 27. So it's senior year, baby. I'm about to get this internship, and we'll
do a prom.
Keep it like 3 days a week or something.
Nice.
In like 2 years.
Nice. Solid.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope that helps you, and you sound like a really sweet young woman. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you guys so much for everything.
Of course.
And Logic, by the way, my boyfriend, he loves you a lot. Logic. He's like obsessed with you. He loves your music.
Wow. What is his name?
Yeah. His initials are AJ.
AJ. Yeah, I didn't mean to put your man on blast. Sorry about that.
So
you tell
you're
AJ.
You're fine.
You tell AJ that I'm proud of him, and I actually wrote a song recently about Alcoholics Anonymous and what it was like for me growing up in the program. Seeing my mother and my father addicted to various substances, the main one being alcohol, and how it affects so many people. Cops and criminals, they all gave speeches about this addiction, and it filled me with conviction. It's a wild thing. So I'm proud of him. I'm going to keep making music for him. You keep supporting him, but not at the expense of your own happiness. So you give him those chances, and you be there with him as he heals. But remember, you're important. You come first, okay?
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that.
No problem.
Thank you for calling, June.
You guys are great.
Peace out.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night. What a sweetheart.
Man, you have a great perspective on that, because that must be an incredibly difficult, sort of game of tug of war of how much to be there, how much to set the boundaries.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing. It's something I still deal with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad's a recovering crack addict and alcoholic, and every time we talk, he's always bringing up music or, when you gonna bring me on tour, son? Let me play congos.
Let him play what?
Congos.
What are congos?
Congos are essentially key black percussion instrument.
Oh, okay. They're not like bongos, are they?
Yeah, they're like bongos, but bigger.
Okay.
So it's like you got your little bongos.
Yeah.
You take a congo, it's like fucking 3 feet.
Is he good at the congos?
He's the shit at the congos.
Oh, shit.
Okay. And, yeah, but, one of the last times I talked to my dad, he goes, yeah, boy, I need $800,000 for a house that I want to build as a studio for me and my band. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I heard you. I was doing my viewing of Logic interviews today, and I heard you talk about that your dad asked you for $800,000.
Yeah, I know, it's wild. He's asked me for a lot of things, but all I've asked him for is a relationship, and I still can't get it. That's fine, because instead of taking that energy and time and being upset and angry with him, I'm charging it to the fucking game, and I'm giving that time and energy to my son and his mom.
I love that.
Me too, man.
Are you the most at peace in your life you've ever been?
100%.
That's awesome.
Look at that genuine smile.
No, it's a very genuine smile.
Yeah, I am. I really am. And I could cry. I'm a lucky man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's leave it at that. I love all my fans and the positions and opportunities that I'm given. And rap is a young man's game, and it's been well over a decade, and I'm still here, and I'm happy with that, you know. And yeah, it's really amazing. Thank you for saying that.
Of course. I wanted to recognize because you definitely seem like you've been through
some
lot.
shit. I've been through shit. It's like Nam.
Yeah, dude.
I've fucking seen some things.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it's cool. We here now, man.
You took a long you took a long break from rap, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like a good 2.5 years.
What were you doing during that time?
Just being a dad, man. Fucking my wife. You know, still writing raps and.
How long
coming up
have you
with
and your wife
ideas.
been together for?
Married?
Married, yeah.
Married for 3 years.
Is sex better when you're married?
I think so. Because I've always enjoyed a genuine connection. I couldn't like fuck groupies.
Mm-hmm.
That was just never me. You know, like whoever I was with, there had to be something there. Even if it was a friendship, you know, I couldn't just have a booty call. I mean, like once, you know, twice.
When you're, and you know, this is sort of calling back to what Rudolph from Mexico was saying. When you're gauging whether or not a person is going to be compatible with you, what do you think is the number one?
Communication.
Communication. Are you trying not to? You were like doing your mouth in a way you were trying to get it on the paint. What do you think?
I still got paint on it. Yeah, communication's important. You know, I think.
Is it light?
No, it's like a laugh track. Are you hearing that, or is that just me?
That's our entourage.
They must not be paying attention to us.
No,
That's fine.
they're doing something else. They got bored.
Yeah. What?
You're talking about communication.
Yeah, communication is so important, you know, because it's like, you know, most people lie to each other. All right,
Yeah.
we're on a date.
Yeah, we're on a date.
Are we both men, or are we role playing? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? You can be anything you want. It's 2022.
I'll be a man. Sure.
You'll be a man.
Okay.
I'll be a man.
Great.
So
perfect.
we're 2 men.
2022. Great.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at this point, most people lie. This is a first date.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, you're so handsome. You're so this, you're so that, which could all be facts, all facts. I like to think that this is a fact.
Okay.
But you start presenting the best side of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shit is that? I mean, like, really think about it. Like, you're kind of denying a sense.
Oh, you listen to the laugh track?
I'm hearing the laughter. I don't know what's funny about this.
It's our. I think they're.
I don't know. I think they're
playing a
talking
game
to
or something?
themselves or something. They're playing a game. I don't know what's
But
going
then
on.
our date.
I find this extremely unprofessional on my part. I apologize.
We'll yell at them later.
Okay. So we're on a date, and I'm holding your hand.
We're on a date. You're holding
and
my
it's
hand.
our first time, and I say, Geck, you know, I'm a great guy.
You already have
know,
a beautiful smile too.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm easygoing.
You are.
You know, I don't try to overthink things.
Nope.
That's a fucking lie. That's the first lie. That's what people do.
And you
It's
know,
a
you
lie.
really had me too. I was looking in your eyes, and I was like ready to.
Yeah, but
believe
that's a
anything that
lie.
came
Do
out
you
of
know
your
why I
face.
just said that? Fuck, I just hurt my elbow.
You okay?
Do you know why I said that to you? Because I don't want you to run away from me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is a real thing. So people are, ow.
You okay? Do you need?
Just 1 second. Hold
Got
on.
it. Do you
I'm
think?
sorry. I'm not even trying to be weird or funny.
No.
Just a moment, okay?
No, do you think, man?
Okay, I'm back.
You
So
back? You good?
yeah,
You need anything?
so
Makes you hot?
I'm fine. It's okay. So charge it to the game. Listen,
Game.
I immediately say, oh, you know, I'm easygoing. That's not true. I'm not easygoing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I might be a chill person, which is true, but like, no, I'm not easygoing. Okay, if you know, I want to have a conversation with you. I'm not just going to let something roll. If you're giving me sass and attitude, sure, you could be. It could be a day, Geck. You're having your day. I'm having my day. We're two geckos full of emotions and shit that we go through as reptiles. And with that, it's okay to come home pissed off at the end of the day if it's 6 months later and we're living together. Okay? And if that is the case, you have every right to feel that way. Sorry, I just said that twice. Now, what's not okay is for you to kind of throw shade at me because you're dealing with shit in the studio that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if I'm there for you and I love you and I appreciate you as a man in my life, I demand that in return. So on that first date, it's those little teeny tiny things about how we express each other, ourselves to each other,
yeah.
that are fabrications that essentially paint this like little line that can blow up later if it's not addressed.
You want the real person, and the real person, you don't really want someone who is on their best behavior, because nobody is on their best behavior on a regular Tuesday evening.
I agree
in the
but
relationship.
I've learned to do that. I think that's why things are going so well with the second wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's no slight to the first. That's just like after being in a marriage, I was like, okay, XYZ, these are the things I want. This is where I could have been better in my last marriage, and and I utilized those things thanks to my previous partner or how she could have expressed things, and and I put that shit on fucking wax, charged it to the game, told my current wife all the things I love and need, and just who I am, and that way, if she's not with it or it would scare her away, she's not my person.
And you know what is great about that is that you can really use that's not exclusive to romance.
That's also hip hop. I think that changed my mentality of entertainment and music, because I was like, you like me, you don't, well, fuck off, whatever. You know, I'm a human being. I want the world to love me. That's not realistic.
That's the most like self-actualized I think a person can be, is when they are
I hope so.
themselves as much as possible, and they are no longer chasing acceptance from anyone or anything in any aspect of their lives, but they're simply being and attracting.
Being and attracting.
You're being. You're just being
and attracting.
And sometimes you're attracting. Sometimes what's the opposite of attract?
Push away.
Pushing away. Sometimes you're attracting. Sometimes you're pushing away. But
retract.
Sometimes you're retracting.
Retract.
But you're being fully yourself, and you're not. You're communicating yourself as honestly with all your flaws.
It's funny though that this realization and the realization of it as coming as I am a different form of myself.
Yes.
So sometimes I think, you know, if anything, this is a metaphor to stepping out of your own skin every once in a while.
Of course.
Analyzing your current situation and going from there. You have really nice hands.
Thanks, man. I can actually feel a little bit of tension in your hands, like
bad.
No. Well, like, do you ever crack your? Like,
I do. Yeah,
you do that.
I do.
Because I could tell like the beginning. I won't do it for you because it's like I can feel like a little tension, like if you could crack.
You want to see something cool?
Yeah, I'd love to see something cool, please. What? Yeah, please. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh my God. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh wait, you want to push it all the way down? There it is. You did it. Oh wow. Oh jeez. Oh, it goes all the way down to
my wrist.
To your wrist. Do that on a first date.
I did.
Did you really?
Why do you think she stayed? Man, this is fun. I hope people actually like this. You know, I'm a little nervous because I'm like, all right, I'm going to come here and be myself and just chill, you know? I just want to chill, just be chill.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I'm chill, and I feel like you give a very chill, you know.
No, I don't want this. Well, you just did the 3 hours of like, you know. Okay, so let's go through your career. What do you do?
Yeah, that's
you know,
and that's cool.
It is cool. I want this to be a different thing.
This is the thing. This is. I wish everything could be like this thing.
Fuck yeah! I'm so honored to hear you say that.
No, seriously, green face. You know. It's great.
Thank you, man.
It's great. How long has it been?
It's been about hour 25 minutes.
Do
you want to take any more calls?
How long is this?
I typically go about 2 hours. You know, I'm willing to go as long as you're down to go. You know, I know you got a wife and kids. I know you got stuff to do.
I do. I promised what time is it? 7:30? Fuck, I gotta drive back.
7:23.
I promised my wife we'd watch movies tonight.
What movie are you gonna watch?
Probably the one we're gonna make.
Ah.
No, we'll probably watch like.
Do you like to record yourself having sex?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you ever afraid that like your like kid will be like fucking around on your phone one day and find it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I do very due diligence to lock it all up on a. Maybe I don't dox myself on how I actually go about my. It's secure.
Hey, you want to take a call?
Yeah, let's do it. Can I do it from right here? I like this.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right there. You're perfect right there.
Liking this. Crisscross applesauce. You can't say Indian style anymore. Well, you shouldn't. I mean, that's a fact. I'm stating it. I'm not saying it. I mean, I said it to make a point.
I'm trying to do an equal amounts of men and women. Who do we talk? Who do we talk to?
We just talked to a woman, so we should talk to it. How about Alejandro right there? Oh, you missed him. I don't know. He was down there. See him? Bam, right there. 116.
Okay, we can talk to Alejandro. Oh, actually.
Oh, you got somebody else?
There was someone I thought was. I think Vlad seems like he's kind of interesting.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's talk to Vlad.
Okay, you got it.
Vlad? Alejandro's going to hear this and be pissed.
Hello?
What's up, Vlad?
Hello? How's it going?
It's going good. I'm here with Bobby. I have been calling you Logic. I haven't called you Bobby at all.
I haven't called you Lyle.
Yeah, you know, I'll join you.
It's very comfortable.
This is actually kind of nice. What's going on with you, Vlad?
It's all right. It's actually Fuad, F-U-A-D.
F-U-A-D. Oh, Fod.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, Fod?
It's not much. I just wanted to come say hi. I wanted to ask like a question or two, if you don't mind.
Of course. What's your question, man?
So first question is, it's to both of you, I guess, Bobby and you. I'm watching the stream. I don't know what's happening, but it's like, how do you? I go through a lot of anxiety and stuff, just like I read in your memoir, like Bobby, and so you go through a lot of that struggle as well.
I'm going through it right now, my man. Just trying to make it work, you know.
Yeah. I want to ask you, how do you deal with it? I usually get like caught up in the feelings and like being worried about the future. How do you, I guess, deal with it?
Actually, I do my best. Excuse me here. Sorry, Jen. Sorry.
Hold it.
I do my best to, really deal with things head on. So a lot of people, they want to run away from things. You can't run away, no matter how awkward, no matter how weird a situation might be or feel. You have to make sure that you deal with it, because if we run away from those problems, they continue to just be that problems. So I would say the thing that you're most scared of in life, just go right after it. Just go right after it. All good?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I felt really great.
Yeah, I'm actually from Saudi Arabia, and like a big cause of my anxiety was I was deciding whether I should come to the U.S. to study and continue my studies, and like that was really it was like a big struggle for me. But I bit the bullet and I came, and now I'm like 2 years into studying.
Are you happy?
But, yeah, I would say so. I'd say I'm very happy.
So, what are some of the anxieties you may have daily? I mean, I can only assume, jumping across the pond like that to a place you've never really been, a place that isn't home. It can be full of very scary feelings or unwanted thoughts. So what are some of the anxieties, or maybe the biggest anxiety that you have? What's that looking like there?
Yeah, definitely. Like worrying if I'm like good enough. That's like I'm like studying engineering now, and so it's quite scary to every day. I'm like I dread. I'm doing better now, honestly, but every day I dread like the courses are going to be too difficult or something like that, or hopefully I'm going to be good enough for them, or I don't want to fail, my family or stuff, because a lot is, I feel like I have a big chip on my shoulder,
Yeah.
Sort of like what you went through, I guess, anyway.
May I continue?
Please.
So I feel like when it comes to being good enough, I've been there. I talked to a gentleman. His name is Big Boy from Big Boy's neighborhood. He's a radio DJ in Los Angeles, California. Fantastic, incredible human being. And I remember I spoke with him on the phone. Yeah, and he said something that really changed my perspective. It was like just before I retired, and he said, Logic, this game, this industry, this world that we're living in is it's all about enough. Are you good enough, hood enough, black enough, raw enough, rap enough, gangster enough, smart enough, handsome enough, this enough, that enough? And he said, Logic, you are enough. And I'm enough. And that's what he said about himself. And you are enough. thought. You are enough. And whatever you want to do, you can do it. And I think you having these expectations of your family's expectations of you, I think that's normal. And I also think that's normal for a young man who's following his dreams, going from one country to another, that is terrified about the possibility of failing. And I'm here to tell you, you already won. You took the leap that so many people from different countries, let alone where you're from, are scared to go out on a limb. And you did it, and you should be proud that you did that thing, period. So I'm proud of you, and keep kicking ass, and don't let that fear hold you back. Don't.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. That really means a lot. That put a smile on my face. Thank you. That means a lot, especially coming from you, you know.
You got it.
I've followed your journey since like 2014. That's like 8 years ago. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Where are you? Is it okay to ask roughly in the United States where you reside?
Virginia. I've actually been to your show, to the Confessions tour, and I think I met your brother. You know, he's one of the two twins. I don't know his name.
Oh yeah.
But like,
his
I
name is
just bumped
Jesse.
him on the way in.
Let's remember this gentleman.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'd like to do. Are your producers watching right now?
Yeah, wait, you want me to grab his number?
I would like to grab this gentleman's number, and I want to see you on tour. When I'm going on my tour with Wiz Khalifa. It starts in 6 weeks. I'm going to give you backstage passes. I'm going to give you all the merchandise you can carry. Take care of you. We're going to take pictures. You're going to have the best time. Invite your friends. And you deserve it. You're working too damn hard. You're going to take a night off.
You know what? I actually bought tickets. It's going to be 2 days after my birthday.
You better refund them
August
motherfuckers,
19th.
dog. You better resell them shits on StockX or something. Okay? Resell them shits. I'm giving you tickets you wish you could get, motherfucker. You about to be in my dressing room and shit. I'm about to be giving you like a back massage.
Beautiful. Ooh, that's so awesome. Yeah,
Oh, wow,
all right, I took a screenshot of his number, so we got your phone number, so you'll be getting a text. I'll have my people send the screenshot to your people. You'll get a text, a phone call, whatever it is.
What are you talking about? I'm Gecko De Niro. What are you talking about?
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, Fod, you're the man. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for being great, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. And sell those tickets. You have my word. Sell those tickets.
I'll try it. I'll try.
Either that or give them away. Fuck it. You know, spread the love.
All right. You better come
You're
to Saudi
sexy.
though one day.
Oh, I'm gonna come to Saudi. Just get like one of your prince cousins to pay me. I'm gonna be there on a jet yesterday.
Bro, no, I don't know any princes, bro. But Russ came like 2 years ago. So.
Russ came? Yeah, Russ
I'm
is
sure
the
you
man.
can come.
Maybe I'll ask
Yeah.
Russ. I'll be like, yo, you got a prince? You know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Somebody.
Yeah.
Get me over there, you know? I'll be over there. I'm going to be like riding a tiger and, you know. I know
I'm trying to get over there, too. I've never been to
We
Saudi
should go
Arabia.
together.
We should, dude.
You know what we should do? We should do this in front of a studio audience.
I've never done. I've done my I do live shows every once in a while,
man.
but I haven't done them with a guest before.
If you do
be dope.
one, please.
Okay.
All right? I don't want anything
Okay.
except half of the door.
Okay. You can get half the door. We'll hook it up.
I'm just fucking. Anyway, Fod, get the fuck out of here. I'm excited to see you. 6 weeks, baby.
Hey, thanks for
Alright.
calling, Fod.
Scotch
That's
is scotch,
fine.
scotch.
See ya.
All right.
I know what I'm saying.
What a sweet guy.
Oh, yeah, Fod.
Love that guy.
Woo.
I would love to go to Saudi Arabia. I'm trying to do. I just did this thing. I was in Guatemala, and I walked around as a gecko, and I just I went alone, and I brought a fucking selfie stick and an iPhone.
Like literally alone?
I went completely alone.
Was it scary?
It was
Just being in another country that's not what you're used to.
It was fucking awesome. I love. You ever
Really?
go? Well, it's
different.
it's different for because you're like you know
I
what's
can't go anywhere alone.
you know what's awesome about this is when I walked around as the gecko, and even in fucking Guatemala, I had people be like, "Oh, you're the fucking guy from
Everyone
TikTok,"
knows you, man.
which is cool. But what's fucking sick?
Take it off.
Take it off.
Did you get any grass over there? Did you the alternate? You know what I've been
Grass?
Come on,
Weed?
bro. No, not grass.
Grass?
I'm talking about, you said you wanted to try different forms of content.
Oh yes, well yes, I walked around with my selfie stick and just
Got some
like
grass?
as the gecko, and like I would just meet people on the street.
Grass. What am I, from the 60s? Hey, man, did you get any grass while you were there, man? Like, what kind of shit do they have over there?
Let's see, they got grass, they got rocks, they got sticks, they got leaves, they got it all. Anything you could possibly want as a reptile. Have you ever? Well, I guess you can't really go anywhere alone because people are like, oh fuck your fucking logic.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I just can't do it.
Damn. Do you ever like go to the when you go to the grocery store, you're squad deep?
In out here, yeah, but when I'm in Oregon, I'll just go.
What is that like? Is that an impediment to you? I have a friend who, I've talked to, other people who are like, they're famous, recognizable people. And I had one guy say to me when I was asking him about like what it's like to be, being recognized, just as yourself. He said at first it was awesome and then it was lame and now it's whatever.
What a great way to put it.
And I was like, yeah, that's a great way to put it.
I've had experiences where I would need to tell you personally.
Sure.
To go deeper to explain why
Sure.
I'd rather not say in front of the public. But I think it's awesome, and I think it's been awesome, and I think when people are respectful, it's awesome. If I'm out with my family or my wife or even just alone, most of the time it's phone in your face. Can I get a picture? Is the first thing someone says to you, rather than just be like, "Hey, I like your music," or whatever. But I've reached a level in fame where like so many people know who I am, even if they aren't fans of me. They just know me.
Yeah.
So if it's like, oh, that's the dude, that's the rapper from Twitch, or that's the rapper who be on TikTok, or that's they don't even know me. They're not buying tickets to the Garden or Hollywood Bowl.
And then they're just like, I want a picture with you just
Exactly.
because. And then it's like, well,
Yeah. My favorite thing is when fans come up to me and they're just like, they shake my hand pre-COVID, and they're like, I just want to say thanks, or I really like your music. Have a great day. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. And they're not like, come take a picture with me. Come give me another. They're just like,
and usually
hey,
that's
thanks.
when I'll be like, you want to take a picture?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you were so cool. I'm like, let's take a picture.
Of course.
But sometimes people, I love getting older. You ever see really old men and women? They don't give a shit. They're like in a chair and they're like, sweetheart, you're too fat. they're just like so honest.
Yeah, they just don't care.
I feel myself becoming this. I'm like the
Really?
rap Larry David. It's like I'm literally because like now when people ask me like, oh, can I get a picture? If I don't feel like it, I go, no.
Really?
Yeah. I go,
Well,
I go, now, what's your name? And they're like, what? And I'm like, what's your name? And it's like some white ass name like Daryl. And I'll be like, okay, Daryl. Nice to meet you, man. He's like, oh, nice to meet you. So no picture for real? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
you've had people really say like no
bro,
picture for real.
I've had people get in my face and shit. And then that's when my security fucks them up.
But see, you have like, would you say you have an image of yourself being kind?
For sure.
So,
but I
is
don't
it-
think denying someone a picture because I'm a human being and might not be in the motherfucking mood to do it
Yeah, of
is
course.
me being unkind.
No, I don't think it's unkind either. But
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
mean, it could be taken that way because
Oh, but it could- yeah, that's the thing, is it could be
Sorry,
taken that way.
I mean,
no, please.
No, but I interrupted you.
No, it's dialogue,
All right, it's dialogue. You know what I'm talking about? Listen to me, all right? It's my. Ugh. Sorry, I'm spitting.
No, you have nothing to be sorry for at all.
It's okay. We both know it's already dirty.
Mhm.
So, what? Yeah, no. If somebody, fuck that. I think I am a good guy. I think I'm a good
I think
person.
you're a good guy,
I don't
too.
think I'm a piece of shit. I think I'm a human being. I think I could get angry. I think if somebody's in my fucking son's face, he might get stomped out.
Well, yeah, when you bring in when the kid gets involved, that's when
Yeah, but
motherfuckers
even me
be
as a
getting
human
stomped
being,
out.
it's like, yeah, though, for real. That's like some Chappelle shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Have you had your security have to fuck up people?
Have they? We don't got to get into it though.
we don't have to talk
We
about
can
that.
get into it off. I mean, you know what I'm talking. Go on. What are you talking about? What do you think over here?
I was talking to your security and like to make conversation. I was gonna ask them. I was like, so have you how many people you had to fuck up?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like asking a guy who's been in the army like how many people have you killed? Like you just don't do that.
Yeah, but also, It's definitely happened, and we've had to, be on our shit, and we are on our shit when it comes to security.
Yeah.
I have 24-hour live-in security, multiple guys, period. Like, at all times. Security cameras everywhere I live. Like, all that shit. We take no precautions. And it is what it is. But because they are so on their shit, and because I'm a good guy... It's a pretty positive thing most of the time.
Well, the wonderful thing about having the entourage is that you have other people, because your life necessitates needing to be assertive at points, but you have other people who can be assertive for you.
Yeah, I think my
play the bad guy.
My assertiveness is like on the mic. My assertiveness is like in an interview.
Sure.
Like I've had fuckboys try to play me. Well, like I used to actually be pretty insecure as a person. So when somebody like, I don't know, fucking Charlemagne, from Breakfast Club would come at me and say something, I would be, because I felt like a little boy. Now, if he said something I didn't like, I tell him to fuck off. Charlemagne's cool, whatever. I have no problem with him. What I'm saying is if he came at me, I'd look him in his face and tell him whatever, and then we'd talk about it like men.
What kinds of things have people come at you about?
Well, I mean, Charlemagne's a prime example. I remember I was talking about my adolescence and growing up, and he just blatantly looked me in the face and go, "So who raped your sisters?"
What the fuck?
Because I talk about one of my sisters being sexually assaulted, and the trauma of having a beautiful woman in your life be assaulted, and how you have to deal with that as a young boy and a teenager, and then to have somebody so callously ask you in that way. Not that I'm bringing it up to shit on Charlemagne. I'm not. I'm just saying, ask me that fucking question at 32 would have been a different answer. You know what I mean? I think I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. I was too scared and XYZ, and now I don't give a shit. But anyway, shout out to Charlemagne.
Do you try to like avoid talking about that part of your life?
No, not at all. It's just I will talk about anything unless it has to do with sensitive information about another party involved.
Sure.
And they may not want that.
That's of course. Yeah, I can see you feeling like that's not your thing.
That's the only thing I won't talk about. I'll talk about anything. You want to know? You want to know?
You pointed to your dick and you said, "Do I want to know?" 2 inches
from the ground.
Is it really 2? It was really 2 inches
from the ground.
Oh, when you're standing up. How big is your penis actually?
8.5 inches.
8.5 inches.
Ask my wife. It's slightly bigger than a Comcast remote control.
Really? Did
That's
you
part
did
of
you,
that. That's
did you
part
find
of the
that out by
blackness.
holding a Comcast remote
I
control?
did.
Up to it?
100%. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not joking.
Sure. Mine's about 6 inches.
Solid.
Like not too big, not too small.
That's solid.
Hey, you want to take a call?
Let's do it. Are these like constantly updating?
Oh yeah, there's guess how many phone calls have come into the system?
How many?
29,000.
Wow, like all time?
In the past hour and 45 minutes.
In the past hour?
Yeah, but they're not unique calls, so like
Wow.
they're instances of a phone call. So some of these are one person calling like 200 times.
Oh.
So it's not 29,000 unique people, but
well, hopefully we get
calls.
one of these people who call like so many times. You know what I really love is like how many people you answer these phone calls and they're like, "I've been calling you forever," or "watching you forever," or this. Dude, I'm telling you. What did I tell you? You're Kaufman, man. You're special.
Thanks, man. I appreciate all that. You right before we started recording, you just said a whole bunch of crazy nice things to me, and I was like, "Oh, that made me feel very good."
It's true, dude. Like you got something. I will happily suck your 6-inch dick right now. You got something, man.
We'll put that on the OnlyFans. You know how what's that guy's name? Adam22.
Do you really have an OnlyFans?
Do I have an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
No, I've thought about doing one.
I thought about doing one and then just streaming me playing like Warcraft.
Really?
I thought that would be hilarious.
You would? Is any part of you an exhibitionist?
What does that mean?
Like, would you want to like people to like see you having sex?
No, that's a private thing.
Okay.
Not hating on anybody else who does it by any means. I like my privacy. That's just me.
I feel
That's
that.
just me. I'm not mad. I watch porn, so I must love other people exposing their unprivacy.
Right.
You know. So, but anyway, OnlyFans. You know, me playing like COD. Hilarious.
Hello, Cecil.
Hi.
Sideshow Bob here.
Hello.
What's going on, Cecil?
Hi.
Cecil, what? How can we get
Oh,
you
sorry.
today?
There's a little bit of a delay. I need to turn my computer off. Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
do your
fine.
thing. We'll be here.
Oh, okay. I'm here. Sorry.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Hi.
How are you, Cecil? How can we get you today?
I'm pretty good. I had a scary moment with some flies in my room.
Oh no.
What kind of flies were they?
I don't know if you saw what the call screener said, but so
I did,
yeah,
but let's hear it in your own words.
I have a pretty big fear of bugs, and I was gone for the weekend, and I came back, and there was like this big ass fly in my room, and I was just kind of freaking out a little bit.
You were gone for a while. You came back. There was a big fly in the room.
Sounds tasty.
It wasn't necessarily tasty to me, but
Right,
you know,
'cause you're not
to
a
each
gecko.
their own. I'm a fan of geckos, but not a gecko personally.
Well, Cecil, what is it about flies or bugs that you find so grotesque?
They got weird little legs and beady little eyes, and there's something off about them, man.
Okay.
They also I had like a traumatic experience with bugs whenever I was like a little younger, and
Let's hear about that immediately. Were you on Fear Factor? Was Joe Rogan there?
no Joe Rogan. It was just like my own personal I don't know form of fear factor. I got put on Zoloft and I hallucinated a bunch of bugs.
You got put on Zoloft and you
I know that that's
a lot at
hallucinated a
once.
bunch of bugs.
That's not funny.
Yeah, I know that that's a lot at once, but yeah. So
What
I've
can
had,
I ask? Hold on. I want to be clear. When you said you hallucinated a bunch of bugs while you were on Zoloft, were they okay? Were they friendly bugs? Were they scary bugs?
Was it like the bug from Men in Black? Sugar water.
It was just no. They were just like it was just a lot of bugs at once.
Okay.
What about ladybugs?
No, they were like little like gnats, like little.
No, I
creepy
know, but I mean,
crawlies.
how do you feel about ladybugs?
Ladybugs, I guess. I'd say that ladybugs are okay.
Okay. I like that. Spiders?
I'm neutral on ladybugs.
Okay. So, do you need help from us in any way? How can we be of service, Cecil?
I feel like we should
How
start.
do I stop?
We should start some sort of
How do I
service where
stop being
people
so
like
scared of
Cecil
bugs?
who are afraid of bugs, like call us and we go to their house
And
we eat the bugs.
exterminate,
We
exactly.
exterminate them. It's a what do they call that? It's an interdependent, but we're like there's a fucking word in science for a relationship that serves both parties. So like if we were to go to Cecil's house and eat all the bugs, it would be
A
beneficial for both
symbiotic
of us.
relationship.
Symbiotic relationship. Thank you, Cecil.
Symbionts. There's a symbionts here.
Yeah.
I would eat your bugs for sure, dude, because it would help you with your situation, and I would save money on food. Vibes.
I mean, that would solve all of my problems.
we could figure this out.
How many have you tried calling an actual exterminator?
It's not that kind of thing. It was like I opened my door to either my house or my balcony, because there's a little. I live in an apartment with a balcony, so it was one of the doors was open for just a little too long, and he was just kind of like, "Hey, let me come on in."
Cecil, can I ask? I feel like have you given the bugs a chance at friendship? Have you given the bugs? Have you? Can you tell us honestly, truthfully, that you've approached this situation with an open mind? and seeing what your relationship could be like with these
I
bugs?
really have. I personally believe I have. I've followed like those like Instagram pages where they're like, look at this cool bug I found. Like, look at this cool spider that I like raised or something. And you know, I've tried like the whole exposure therapy route, and it's just it's no bueno.
All right, man. Well, Zoloft it is.
Yeah, well, Zoloft it isn't, I guess. I'm on Prozac now.
Okay. Well, I think it's really about doing your best to find the inside scoop. You know, I think you gotta scoop it from the inside.
Should I ask some bugs?
Do you know any bugs?
You know some gecks.
You know some gecks.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll find some bugs, I guess.
Well, listen, Cecil, I think that whatever happens, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, you're a good kid.
You're good, Cecil.
Well, thank you.
I think that talk to your doctor. Don't they have a, like, in the commercials for Prozac
It's a phobia,
and
though.
Zoloft, don't they have a little disclaimer? Don't they have a dude talking really fast? It's like, if you hallucinate,
Get down a little, hit you with the Beretta,
bugs,
get better, stay down. Straight shots in the playground. Living how I'm living with the light that I'm giving anybody. Just riding with me, riding with him. Show me the enemy and I'm going to hit him the second I bit him and get him ahead with it. All right, I'll stop.
Is that your song?
It is one of them, yes. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry. Fuck rap. Bustin' looking at it with a semi automatic. Could have had it any ready for anybody to bug back. Hold on, catch a vibe. Ain't knowing how we leaving nobody alive, even suicide. No, fuck that. We feel the villain is he killing us. I'm coming for your man and his lady. And even a baby. I'm feeling like I'm chicka Slim Shady with rabies. I'm foaming at the mouth. Ain't nobody taking me out. Every single rapper in the industry yet ain't know what I'm about. And I dare you to test me. Ain't no singing every single motherfuckers in the game. I forgot my own lyrics, nigga.
So, Cecil, on a scale from 1 to 10, how helpful has this call been for you? You be honest with me. A 4? Okay.
Okay.
What were you expecting? What were you expecting?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting Logic to rap.
He's a rapper.
I'm a little overwhelmed.
It's okay.
Okay, I've been there. I done that. This rap shit, I run that. Motherfucker, this far from a comeback. If one of us fall, then we run back. Can't let that social worker just snatch up my king. Gotta get my son back, cause when they coming through, that system don't give a fuck about you. Everybody gonna die. Gonna go one day. Maybe it'll happen on a Monday. Driving to work and get hit by your Hyundai. Fucking let it all go one day. I know. I'ma get it like this. Living that life where they young reminisce. Never regret it. The second I said it, I feel like I'm smarter. I read it on Reddit. You fucking pathetic. My etiquette, murder, your predicate. Yes, I'm ahead of it. Yeah. Yes, I'm a die, but I don't wonder why in the hell I'm right in the dead of it. Yeah, I know. No, life on earth is so unpredictable. Okay. Let it fade away.
Okay, how about now, Cecil?
I'll be honest, I smoked before this call, and I don't even know if this is happening right now anymore.
We are all,
You're here.
everyone in this, you, me, we're all in various states of, what was it that you said earlier?
I'm derealized.
Derealization. We're all in various states but that's the thing, Cecil, is we're all experiencing this together. There's a beautiful bonding moment, I think, between the three of us here in the sky, between all of us watching. We're all derealized together, and in that derealization, we have become realized. What do you think about that, Cecil?
I think that's pretty fair.
Okay.
Well, tell me this.
Yeah.
Tell me what I really would have give her life like this. I'm gonna let quite like this. Fuck around with a fight like this. Like a hike like this. I might just, I don't know, reinvention. That's my intention. Went so much more than this third dimension. That's not to mention my true ascension is a bigger picture. I'm just being real. Stop. That's enough. I'm sorry. I'm done. Cecil.
That was great.
Let me tell you something about yourself.
Thank you, Logic.
Let me tell you something, Cecil. You're amazing. You're fantastic. And, you know, I think your situation with bugs is deeper than that. It's deeper than Bunny, baby. You know, when it comes to bugs, you tripped on some shit that, you know, can fuck with the chemical alignment in your brain. That's normal. It happens if you take certain things. You got to find the right dosage. If perhaps you're going through anxiety or depression or certain different things, and with that comes side effects. With the get down a lady, I hit you with the preventative, you better stay down guy who talks at the end of the shit. And I'm here to tell you, hopefully Prozac is working for you, but don't let one little trip on Zoloft, deter you from bugs. I don't really like bugs. That's why I eat them. It is what it is. I have a different relationship with bugs, but I'm here to tell you, Cecil. I'm here to tell you. I'm telling you. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go, Cecil?
No, but thank you so much for making tonight interesting. I love your podcast, and you're pretty awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecil. We appreciate you.
You're great.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Can I just say,
she was nice.
Cecil, I don't know. I think, it's hard with names. You don't know. I don't know. Was it a woman? I don't know.
I think Cecil was a lady.
Was Cecil a lady?
I think she was.
Okay. I don't know, but now you're identifying someone's.
You never know. You can never assume. I have no idea. But what I do know is that we're two geckos in the sky.
That's true.
We're hanging out.
And Cecil was an amazing person.
Cecil was an amazing person, and she
or he
was had these experiences with bugs, and now all the bugs are dead.
Can I ask you a real question?
You can ask me anything you want, Logic.
I feel like you're an honest guy.
Sure.
I was a little nervous to come do this. Am I doing all right?
Why were you nervous to come do this?
Because I really like what I've seen from you.
Thanks, man.
And I was just like, man, I want to be cool.
I think you are cool.
I like to think I'm cool.
You're asking me if you. Well, here's the thing, and this is gonna sound like the answer that. Okay, this is gonna sound like the answer that I would give if I were being diplomatic, and I thought you didn't do a good job. But this is the truth. I feel like you have been authentically yourself.
I have.
That's all I want.
I have.
That's what
myself.
I want. There is no good, bad. Actually, you know what my goal is? Here's my goal.
Yeah.
For this, anytime I have a guest on, and you can tell me if I've achieved this goal.
Okay.
I'm
comfortable.
My goal whenever I have a guest on is, like before you came on, I watched a bunch of your interviews. I watched you on H3. I watched you,
Ethan and
fucking some other. Shout out to Ethan in some other interviews. I want a Logic that I haven't seen in any other interviews. I want sort of a different side of Logic. I think so.
I think so too.
Do you feel?
I feel like it's different. I've been able to be every side of myself plus this new side, and I think this is it. Like I think there's something. It's like I feel like the Batman.
You do?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rachel, like I think you got that from me today, here in the sky.
You feel like you're the Batman.
Yeah. I mean the Gecko. I'm just saying, like, if the Gecko was the Batman, it took this. There's something about the transformation. You know what I mean?
And I'm honored that you were nervous because it means that you gave a shit.
I gave a shit. I was like, dude, I'm going to be a gecko. Is there a right way to do it? Denzel was goated. He killed it. Fuck.
That I think the only, to me, the barometer is whether or not it seems like the person, gave a shit. You seem like you clearly did give a shit.
Hey, man, I wanted to therapy some people.
Do you feel like we therapied people?
I do, bro.
In this corner, the guy who's been himself all 8.5 inches to the right.
I mean, I'm on the left, but
8.5 inches feels like is that a lot? What is it soft? Do you measure soft and hard? Do you think? Oh, you're not fully off camera yet. Well, it depends on their thumb. What do we get?
Like 4.5-ish.
Okay.
4.25.
That's pretty good. That's like almost as big as mine, flaccid. What do you do all day?
I make beats. like schedule my time around like my wife and when my son goes down for his nap or when he wakes up or when he goes to sleep. I schedule a lot of my days around those, with the exception of work. Work's work. You got to do what you got to do. I couldn't be here for him sleeping today, so that was a bummer. But I put him to sleep yesterday, so that was nice. Or the day before. Yeah, the day before.
Do you think that there is a force in the universe that is determining the events of what is happening in the universe, and that all the events that have happened and are going to happen are predetermined by that force?
I don't know. I really don't think so. I mean, there's a chance that it could be, for example, there's a chance that we could 100% live in a simulated reality. It's a possibility. And I just think about where we are right now in society with technological advancements in GPU and graphics alone. Fast forward 100 years, 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years, you're telling me that we couldn't create The Sims for real? You know what I mean? So it's like, that could be us. But I'd like to think, at least here, if this is in fact the real world, that life is like an infinite hall with an infinite amount of doors, and every door you step in, there's another infinite amount of doors. So for every path you choose, there's another, Keanu Reeves, My wife's gonna kill me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have to get out of here?
I should go soon. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I got another call, and
Yeah.
I got a good little wrap up talk in me.
Okay. You want to do one final call,
Let's do that.
and then we'll do the wrap up, and we'll get out of here?
Let's do that.
Look up, gaze upon the queue. Brenda, I was kind of looking at. We haven't talked about anything like that. She wants to talk about social media. Cameron and Levi.
Got a vasectomy.
Which one? Who got a vasectomy? Okay, let's talk to Angel. Angel,
Hello.
how you doing, Angel?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm here with Logic, aka Bobby Tarantino, and he's in a gecko costume. I'm in a gecko costume. We're in the sky. We're on the internet.
Did it hurt?
No. Okay. First of all, what do you know about the procedure?
I know.
Or should we start
nothing,
from the
'cause it's
beginning?
Not happening.
Okay, I'm gonna do a real, before we get into the actual content of this call, I'm gonna do a play-by-play of what happened. His name is Angel, so you did a play on "Did It Hurt When You Fell from Heaven," Angel, but he thought you were referring to the vasectomy. So
No,
he
I
said
was
no.
referring.
You were referring to the vasectomy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a play-by-play of what just happened now. I thought that you thought that because his name is Angel, you were doing a play on the vasectomy, but in reality, you were doing a play on the name. But in reality, both of you were talking about the vasectomy, and I was coming up with a different version of reality in my own head.
Did it hurt?
Kind of, because
Okay.
you're awake throughout the procedure. They only numb the area.
You're awake?
Yeah, they keep you awake for it. I mean, I did the minimally invasive one, which is the one that's starting to take over more. What they do is they cut like a small little hole, small little incision, and they pull those tubes that connect to where it produces the children part. They pull those out of that little hole. They slice it and they cauterize both sides, and then they put it back.
And you were awake while this was happening?
You're
This is
23. Why did you do this?
I kind of had a rough uprising.
Uprising? Are you a
Mentally,
villain?
I'm
Are you
not.
this fucking super villain?
What was rough about your
No,
about your
I mean,
upbringing?
like-
Lex Luthor? Thank God there's no more
My
offspring
bad.
coming.
I'm not at work, so. But yeah.
Tell us what was rough
So,
about
yeah.
your uprising, Angel. And how that led to you getting a vasectomy at 23?
Kind of my childhood. Lost a friend that lived like right next door to me. My other next door neighbor was into me. I ended up dating her sister. Long story short, that didn't last. I started talking to the sister. Then that broke off because I had moved and she had had a kid. So I, at some point, was like, I don't want any kids. And then with someone else, after a while, I had gotten with someone else. And we had a scare. And that person wasn't mentally all there, on level with me, basically. Depression-wise and all that. It didn't work out. We had gotten an abortion, and I figured after that, I kind of...
Oh, damn. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. After all that, I was kind of like, I don't want to deal with it. Ever.
Okay.
That's a real... I can respect any human being making whatever conscious decision they want to do, whether it's procreation or whatever, when it comes to their own body. You know, as long as you're not truly harming yourself, you know, hurting yourself as a person. Hey, man, you want to snip the dick, charge it to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Charge your penis to the game, baby.
That's all good. Now, did you get the one that they can reverse if you change your mind? If you go, whoopsie.
God, there's got to be nothing sadder than getting a reverse vasectomy.
You can reverse it, yeah.
Okay, so you got the reversible one.
What's your shoot rate, though? Because, I mean, like, it must be weird to, like, because, you know, this question is for both Angel and Geck.
Please.
When you guys first had an orgasm, I would assume in your adolescence, did you guys shoot ghost loads?
I'll let you go first, Angel.
Yeah, Angel shot ghost loads. What about you?
You know, I actually remember the first ghost load I shot was I was pretty young. I was like
11 or 12.
Yeah, maybe 11 or 12,
Yeah.
and I was at a Bed Bath and Beyond.
Word.
And you know those little massager things?
Yeah.
That you press a button and they start vibrating.
Yeah.
I was just like in Bed Bath and Beyond putting that on my penis, and
fire.
and I think I didn't. And there was nothing sexual about it. It was a very.
I get it.
Like when you're a kid, you're
like, whoa.
When you're a kid, you're just like, oh, I have this area, and this feels good on my area. In the same way that you would put it on your head, and you go, oh, this feels good on my head. There's nothing sexual about it. But I put that on my penis, and then
obviously nothing came out.
Nothing came out. Yeah. So that was a ghost load.
Let me tell you about the first time Logic busted a ghost load.
Yes.
It was not just a ghost load, motherfucker. Have you played the original Super Mario and you go in those haunted houses and there's a fucking 1,000 ghosts everywhere? The first night
was the ghost load.
I ever had an orgasm, I'm like 12 years old. And it happens. Because all my friends, they're like, yeah, man, jerking off, man, it's cool. I'm like, yeah, it's so cool. Like, I don't know what they're trying to get at. You know? Angel, bear with me here. I don't know what they're trying to get at. So I'm like jerking it. And it's like 11 at night. I have school the next day and I have an orgasm. And I just remember my legs. Like, I was just like, what is this thing? And I did it like at least 20-something times that night.
Jerked off 20
I jerked off 20 times, and then I went to school, and my dick was so fat and
bleeding.
swollen.
Like it was stung by 1,000 bees.
Oh my God, it was great. It was fucking amazing. So what's it like to now, bust ghost loads as an adult? Is it weird?
No. It was kind of like that a little bit. I already had the low chance of a pregnancy occurring. No problem. Have a good night. Sorry, one of my residents.
Residents?
Yeah.
Of the uprising?
So, I'm at work right now.
Oh. Where do you work?
Concierge for a retirement home.
Oh, fire. What a G. That's some dope work right there. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Thank you. You're actually a part of that change. You know, when my friend kind of did her thing, and you know, we all lost her. Your songs were kind of lit, man.
Wow. Well, thank
That's
you very
1-800.
much. Yeah,
Thank you.
I appreciate that. That's very sweet, and that's exactly why I made it. And I'm sorry about your friend. Yeah. So thank you for the kind
Your other
words.
stuff is done.
Thanks, man.
All of it.
So I don't Angel these ghost loads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I already kind of have that kink. I'm not sure how much Twitch will allow. Said kink that involves that load situation. Like you just don't care. No pull out. No care. So that was okay. But now
So essentially,
that I have it,
you
like,
enjoy finishing with no protection, is what you're saying.
before, yes, that's another reason why I chose to get it. It was like
Which is
I have this
a dangerous
kink.
game to play.
Yeah. Does it feel the
Yeah,
same?
I was already playing with a person with a mentally ill person, so
Damn. Does it feel the same? Is it like the same satisfaction?
yeah, it's just about the same satisfaction. I'm not sure if it'll wear off over time. The thought of said kink, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't thought
Well,
about it. I'm
Angel-
living for the moment right now.
You know, Angel, I have to ask, in your retirement community, in this retirement community, you must have access to a lot of older, wiser people. And I'm wondering, before you had the vasectomy,
Hashtag mature.
did you not want to, like, maybe ask around to some of the older men in the gang and be like, listen, I'm 23 years old. You've lived my life 4 times. You know, what do you think about this? Should I get a vasectomy? You ever like ask? You're around people who might be able to dish out some good, wise advice on this. Did you get any opinions from the peanut gallery at the retirement home?
I actually did not. It was like a just on spot kind of thing after, because the whole situation with the abortion was about 2 years ago. So it's still kind of fresh to me. But
well, how long ago was this procedure again?
yeah, about 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I
And
started.
how are you feeling about it? Do you regret it?
Not so far. It's been a month, and I've been sleeping around. It's fun.
All right. So, were you looking for advice, or were you just kind of, what's going on?
No, yes, I broke off into a tangent. The whole thing is, me being 23, now that I have the whole world open to me, I want to travel. My dilemma is I have no one to travel with, which I have somewhat of anxiety. I only really called in because you're here, Logic. I already watched Lyle stream religiously, so it's okay.
Love that.
Yeah.
He's saying he's sick of me and he wants to hear from me.
Oh, no. So, wait. So, you're basically... Okay, so the fact that you have had a vasectomy has nothing to do with the real question, which is... Hey, I'm scared to travel alone because I don't have a partner currently.
It is funny to realize that the question really had absolutely nothing to do with it. You're scared to travel by yourself.
Question, yeah.
I want to travel. I have already been sleeping around with people.
I'm not understanding what
Again,
I don't
no
get
relation
what
to
your
the
traveling has to do with sleeping around or chopping your dick nuts.
I did. Like
Okay,
I'm having a dilemma.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I think I'm being rude. I'm gonna let. This is a safe space. You tell me what the advice is, and we shall do our best as Gecks to answer.
Okay. I plan on traveling. I can't have kids, so I don't want to date someone with kids. The only problem is everybody that I've like spoken to has children.
Okay, still not seeing it here, but I'm gonna ask you. When you say travel, you're aware you can travel with both men and women. Is what you're saying that you wish to travel with someone that you're in a relationship with, however, you have no one to travel with because you've had a vasectomy, and that has made women who would possibly, and I'm surely, be interested in you are a bit turned off because them feel the need to procreate with a man that they're going to give their life to. Is that the issue here?
On the nail. Yep.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to find somebody else who doesn't want children. Or you're going to unsnip the nip. You know, you just got to ask yourself what's more important to you. Finding someone that you absolutely love, that you can travel the world with and go on this emotional roller coaster of life, someone who's going to have your back and be willing to give them something that perhaps you don't quote unquote want to do, but life is a give and take. And then by also doing that, you may actually find out how beautiful having children truly could possibly be. Or you just say, fuck that. I want to find me a great woman who doesn't want kids and she wants to grow old together. And yeah, I mean, I think it's either one or the other, my friend, or just, you know, be happy being alone, busting ghost loads.
Yeah, Angel, I'm gonna tack on to that, Angel. I think first of all, beautiful interpretation of that question, because felt too. I was laughing at the because there was so many far away elements, and you weaved them together into what he was trying to say.
I try.
Dude, Angel, Angel, you're 23 years. Angel, you're 23 years old. You want to travel? You can go alone, man. It's not that big of a deal. I went alone. Logic can't go alone because he's Logic. I went alone to Guatemala. It was fantastic. Go alone to these places. Develop yourself. You're 23, for God's sake. Go. You have much more room for development outside of this, like, oh, will a woman be with me if I cannot bear children type of thoughts, you know? Like develop yourself, man.
You went very Jewish. Listen to me, boy. Jewish. All right.
I'm doing my Jewish therapist thing.
Doing the chach.
What do you think about that perspective on it, Angel? Like, would you not just go alone?
I guess it's just the anxiety part. Like I had anxiety explaining it in general. I'm not really a public speaker type.
Well, you're doing
meeting
great.
People is easy for me. It's I'm not sure. I'm looking for something specific, I guess, and I can't find it.
Takes time. You're 23, fam. Get in line.
Well, Angel,
yeah, time flies.
Time flies.
Well, Angel, listen, man. I hope that this phone call was of help to you. I'm still amazed that Bobby was able to piece together your thoughts. My own personal opinion, I think you're overthinking this to almost an alarming degree. I think I'm gonna say it. I think you're overthinking this to an alarming degree. I think you should calm down. I do think you should see a real therapist about all this stuff, because this is clearly, you know, a lot.
There's a lot you haven't really cut into yet.
Yeah. We'll say that, yeah.
Angel, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Shit, thank you for listening to me while I cringed.
No,
it's good interpretation. Glad to be here. Thank you for even picking up my call. Thanks. Yeah. Shit, Logic. When are you ever coming to New York or New Jersey? I didn't check the tours, but now that you mentioned tours in the beginning of this, kind of interested.
I'm coming to New York / New Jersey. this motherfucking summer, and you, my friend, are getting as many tickets as you want to the show.
You want me to get his
So
thing?
let's make sure we get his information right now from my management.
All right, we'll get his
and I'm going to
thing.
give you all the merchandise you can carry, and I will personally check to see if you can or cannot come. I'm excited. Can I say that?
definitely
Can
will
you
be
say
able to
that on
come.
Twitch?
You can say it.
Okay.
You're going on a tour
No,
with my
I didn't
boy,
mean
Golden,
I didn't mean
aren't you?
come. I meant like if. Okay, what?
Are you going on a tour with Golden, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep. Golden and Wiz. Me and Wiz are co-headlining. Golden's joining us. My buddy Castro that you met is going to be there as well. DJ Drama, Wiz's artist, a lot of the homies. I'm really, really very excited. But I'm also not trying to just shamelessly plug myself.
No, we'll have a time for that.
Yeah, Angel, I'll see you soon. I'm excited.
Hey, thanks for calling, Angel.
Thank you. I
Peace.
highly appreciate it. Have a good night.
Good night.
I just needed to decompress that one really quickly. That was a lot. That was
like 3 calls.
That was like 3 calls. I'm so surprised that you were able to weave together. That was like crazy amount of overthinking. I feel bad for Angel because he's like he's so young, but he's also like thinking about all this like just all these unnecessary variables, and like if he wants to travel, just like fucking go and travel, man. Like I want him to feel empowered to do that.
But it's not that deep, especially when
not-
somebody is, struggling with anxiety and mental health issues, and apparently their friends and people in their circle also are, must be going through a lot. I'm with you, and I think sometimes it's easy for us who can see the solution to be like, well, just do this, blah, blah, blah. Not saying that you're being insensitive.
No, please.
Not saying that you're being insensitive by
Please.
any means. I just told the motherfucker to do it. I said, okay, either uncut your snip nut or I just made a word, or find a person who's gonna want to be with you for you. And I just say it because I'm 32 and I'm sitting here like a decade older than this kid, and I'm like, duh.
Sure.
But he might not know that.
Right, we don't know what it's like to have his brain and his thoughts, and I know.
We're not 23, 24.
No, it's true.
No, I'm just kidding.
I am. How old am I?
37.
30 billion. So Logic.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
I asked you at the beginning of this how it felt to be a gecko. How does it feel to be a gecko now?
It feels great. I'm really liking it.
Fuck yeah.
I really like it. It's like, it's pretty cool. I had a blast.
Thanks,
I had
man.
a lot of fun with you, and I feel like this has been, I've you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I know you just did like a bunch of 3-hour interviews. So
How
I
long was
appreciate
this one?
This was 2.5.
What time is it?
It is 8:22.
What time did I get here?
You got here at 5.
Oh, my wife.
Is she gonna kill you?
No, she'll understand. We have all day tomorrow. It's fine. Plus, I got to take all this shit off my face, so I got to do that here with Amima.
Shout out to what's her name again?
Omima.
Shout out to Omima.
Very sweet.
You're the first person that ever brought their own makeup artist.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Or is that cool? Is that bougie?
No, I think it's well, normally I do it, and like I'm not gonna
do it for the person.
Yeah, normally I do it for the person, and
That's
it's
so sweet.
Well, it's pretty intimate.
Wow.
But it's like we meet, and then immediately I'm like in their face and stuff. So it's definitely an experience.
How has this been for you?
Oh, this has been awesome, man.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you very much for doing this.
Dude, thanks for having me. I'm actually genuinely stoked to be here, and I like having fun. I feel like this was a lot of fun, and I know.
Logic, I know you're very tired. I appreciate you for being here for 3.5 hours, and you've been amazing. Logic, Bobby Tarantino, is there anything that you want to say to the people of the computer? Anything you got going on? Plugs, words of wisdom, life, what jizz out of your mouth. The
All right,
words
this
of
is
freedom.
This is what I got to do. This is
Please.
what I'm going to say. I got an album called Vinyl Days coming out this Friday, June 17th. It's my last album on Def Jam, which I'm really excited about. And also, I'm going on tour this summer. I'm having fun. I made a lot of money while I was on the label, and I made a lot of pop songs. And I was blessed to change some lives with some of those songs and help people. And I can't even fathom that. It makes me so happy. And now I'm just trying to fucking rap. I'm trying to rap maybe a project here or there. I might strum a guitar and sing a little bit, do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm down for any fan out there that's just with it. Life, it ain't that deep. Life is short. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And yeah, man. Yeah, I couldn't cut my nuts. Could you do that?
No, I don't think I could do that.
I couldn't do it. My wife was like, if we have, 3 kids, you're getting a vasectomy. I was like, I ain't getting no fucking vasectomy. I was like, get your tubes tied. She's like, motherfucker, I had these humans coming out of my vagina. And I'm like, damn, you're kind of right.
It is a whole thing to have humans come out of.
I know. So I'm like,
and you were like, you watched that happen. You watched them like rip her apart.
Yeah, but I'm also like, bitch, I bought you 2 houses. Life's good. I'm not chopping my nuts off.
You give, you take, and you negotiate, and everyone comes out fine.
I love you, Brittany, if you're watching. It's like now that we're here, I don't want to go, but I gotta go. You know?
Do you? What do you really have to go back to your life? How long could we theoretically sit here for?
I don't know. If this was like a hyperbolic time chamber of geckosism,
mm-hmm.
I could fucking stay here for an eternity. I mean, it'd be really cool.
Please.
No, I would go crazy.
Yeah.
If we did like a 24-hour straight stream.
I've always it's always been in the cards to do a 24-hour Gecko stream.
Can we sleep?
Yeah. We could probably what would be sick? I'd love to do it if I were to do this, like cycle in and out. Like, maybe I take a shift, a guest takes a shift.
No, you have to be here the whole time. What the fuck do you mean? It doesn't work. Now, if you're sleeping in the corner and people are drawing on you and shit, like that's funny.
Okay.
But you can't. What kind of shit is that?
No, you're right. I would have to stay up the whole time.
The fuck do you chat?
I would be getting into rambling I would just be getting into like the most rambly of conversations. By hour 4, no, by hour 3, by hour 20, I would be solving the mysteries of life.
Do you record these and post them elsewhere as a podcast?
I do. I post them as a podcast. I post them on YouTube.
Smart. This fucking guy. Okay, you're smart.
Thanks, man. I think you're smart.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Because I didn't know you had just the audio. Just the audio as well?
I do. I sometimes just do the audio.
Because that's fire. Get you a deal, man. Get you some...
We're on... fuck it. I already announced it, but we're on Sirius XM now.
Oh, that's serious.
It is serious.
That's serious.
On the Sirius XM network. Shout out to the folks at Sirius XM. They got me a billboard.
I remember one of those. That was my first one I ever got. That was tight.
It's nice.
Yeah,
but here's the thing about billboard advertising. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, no. It's
but you can brag. It's a flat. That's all it really is.
You know what it does? No, it does something. It changes the perception of you.
Yes.
But you have to still be the one to post yourself.
Exactly. That's
like,
the point.
In
is you
front
get
of the billboard, and then people are like, damn, this green nigga really has a billboard. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, it is what it is. I'm biracial. It's fine.
Shout out to SiriusXM for letting me have a billboard. I'm sharing space with it's a digital billboard, so sometimes it's me and sometimes it's the Canadian Board of Tourism.
True that. I feel it.
You're not Canadian, are you? I asked that question. No,
I'm not that nice. I know some good Canadians though. My boy,
I think you could be Canadian passing.
Canadian passing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Or if I'm from the hood, it's like, yeah, we got those tings.
What does logic mean?
Elaborate. The
name, logic.
The name or the fucking definition of the word?
The name, logic.
Oh, great question. When I was 18, my mentor at the time was like, look through this dictionary and pick a word that defines you best.
Sure.
I'm 18. For all I know, it could have been vasectomy.
Which, by the way, wouldn't be a terrible rap name.
Yo, it was V-sect, here to castrate you. Don't fuck with me. You know how to beatbox? I'm about to castrate you. Get up all up in your ass because I hate you. As an MC, you better befriend me. You bring it back. Understand my destiny. I can't believe I'm actually one of the biggest rappers in the world rapping right now with a gecko. It's kind of crazy. Crazy echo. Bring it back. Hit it really slow. So anyway, I was like 18, and then he was like, look up this word. So I looked up psychological.
Yeah.
And I looked up psychological, and I was like, oh yeah, psychological, man. I'm all about the brain. You know, I'm all about the fucking back and forth and the lyricism and the fucking cuspus and shit. You know, so I'm like, that's what it's about. Terrible name.
What, Logic?
Psychological.
Oh, psychological.
Horrible. Terrible
name. It's too many
syllables.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Although I will say with Logic, your SEO is a little wonky.
SEO?
You know what SEO means?
What is that?
It's search engine optimization.
Oh, it's a little what?
It's a little wonky.
No, in the beginning. Now it's like Logic. Like you type in Logic, I pop up there.
I'm gonna Google Logic right now.
Google Logic.
Logic. Well, I've been kind of Googling you all day.
Yeah,
for
but
this
still,
research,
you
so
know, it's like,
okay,
let's see what happens.
Logic.
Bam.
Okay, the very first thing that comes up?
Logic Pro.
Logic Pro tools.
But what's the very first picture?
That's you.
That's me. That's me.
You look good in this one. See, yeah, you used to have a little bit of a pencil stash.
Yeah, I had the stash going on. It's a couple years ago. A few less wrinkles. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to see how far down I can scroll until I find.
So you find what?
Just like a non-Logic. Oh, there we go. There's a picture of Logic Pro Tools.
Oh yeah, motherfucker. That's right. We here.
Okay, we have Logic, your Instagram, your Twitter. Logic parentheses rapper.
Yeah, man.
Which is above Logic, the
on
actual
Wikipedia.
Well, Wikipedia defines as the study of correct reasoning
took a
and good
chance.
arguments. You did.
I took a chance.
You knew that you were going to eventually rank.
I know. I did this podcast. I want to say this with this guy named Rory yesterday. Rory and Mal.
Oh, I know who they are.
Yeah, and Rory.
I think they're also on the series.
Rory told me that there's this rapper named Reason, and I keep hearing this. Look him up. His name's Reason.
Okay, I'm
he's
just gonna
signed to
search
TDE.
Reason.
I think he's signed to TDE. And a couple years ago,
a magazine came up.
Somebody was like, "Hey, did anything come up for him?"
Just a magazine.
Just a magazine.
Okay, I'm gonna search
so you
Reason
searched
rapper.
him and nothing came up.
Search Reason rapper.
Yeah, rapper. He'll come up.
Okay, here he is.
Dope. Okay,
Here he
so
is.
this gentleman, I guess fans said he dissed me, and I only bring this up. I bring it up for one reason. I don't. When people say my name or talk shit about me, I don't give a. I don't care.
Sure.
But I guess somebody was like, "Oh, this dude Logic, or excuse me, Reason dissed you, Logic," and I was like, "Reason? Who the fuck is that?" Because I didn't know who it was, and I'm live on Twitch.
Sure.
And everyone's like, "Bird!" It's like the black kid who's like, "Oh," like in
Sure.
the rap shit, and I was like, "No, I didn't." I just was like, who the fuck is that? I had never heard of him before. And then I guess he was upset that I'd never heard of him.
Ah.
Then he felt a certain way, and I'm just here to say Reason. Like, and then I had this line in my last thing, and Rory brought this up. Rory's like, "Man, Reason thinks you dissed him." And I was like, "Bro, I don't even know who this guy is." Now I do.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, I still haven't listened to his music, if I'm being honest. But I will say, I had this line where I'm like, listen to the voice of reason, talk shit, you don't want the beef like a vegan. That's not a diss. If I'm going to diss you, I'm going to go, Reason, I don't like you, Reason, rapper, person on TDE. Why the fuck would I do that? Peace, love, and positivity. I want this guy to be amazing. I want Reason to be... Dude, let it go.
Don't
bro.
you guys want to make a song together that way you can be
let's
Logic
do
and Logic and Reason
song, man. I don't give a shit.
I can't be the only person to put together Logic and Reason.
All I'm saying is the only reason I'm addressing this is because he seems like a nice guy. But if he thinks I'm dissing him, attention. Reason.
Right here on the Therapy Gecko
Logic.
show.
I don't even
we
listen
will squash
to rap.
The Logic and
I don't even
Reason
listen to
beef.
rap. Bro, bring it together, man. You know, my DJ Rhetoric will do cuts and scratches.
You have a DJ named Rhetoric?
Yes, I do.
Logic, Reason, and Rhetoric.
Logic, Reason, and Rhetoric. This is the first time I've ever even said Reason's name. And it's because he keeps fucking talking about me. And I just want to say, dude, I think you're a great guy.
Yes. Let's
All
squash
right?
the beef right here on
Yeah,
Therapy
there's
Gecko.
no beef. Beef is when two opposing parties agree to engage in mutual conflict.
Yeah.
I'm wiping my son's ass.
Beef is when two opposing parties agree
to engage,
conflict.
To agree to engage in mutual conflict.
Now, here's the thing. If you can agree to engage in conflict, can you not also agree to squash the conflict? If we can get to the point
No, but
with
there
someone-
is no conflict. It's one-sided.
No,
Like
but I'm
with
talking
lo-
about...
no,
I'm
with
talking about general.
logic.
I'm not even...
I'm talking about with logic. It's always one-sided. I ain't got
You
shit
ever
to
beef
say
with
about
anyone?
nobody. Fuck no. I'm making money.
You're telling me if I go to your Wikipedia page right now, there's not going to be like a beef section
Nope,
of
there's
it?
never going to be Logic started some shit or was talking shit or XYZ. Never. I kind of threw a jab at Joyner Lucas once.
Who's Joyner Lucas?
It's this guy who was talking shit about me. And now
Okay.
we're friends.
That's a
Now
way.
we're friends like every other person who's talked shit about me and didn't know who I was or shake my hand. Now, to Reason's defense,
Sure.
Rory said that apparently his diss. This is why I could give a fuck about rap because I'm like, I'm wasting my time.
Sure.
But I actually care enough because this guy Reason keeps popping up and people keep going. Reason thinks you diss. Reason. I'm not talking about you. Now I'm talking about you. And you know what I'm saying? Reason. Keep being great, brother. Keep being dope. You're on TDE. Fucking congratulations. You made it. Do your thing. Stay positive. Don't worry about me, bro. Because the only fucking thing I'm doing when it comes to you is cheering you on. I'm a cheerleader for you, motherfucker. I got skirt on, pom-poms. Reason. I still need to listen to some of your music. I'm going to do that today.
I feel like we made a lot of new Reason fans on the stream.
Yeah, good for him, motherfucker. Spread it. Spread the light.
Anyone else you want to like publicly address?
Yeah. Not really. Shout out Seth MacFarlane.
I have a mini beef.
With Seth MacFarlane?
No, not with Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, explain.
Well, there's this other guy, and this is not an actual beef, but there's another guy on Twitch who also dresses up as a green person, and he gives does an advice show. His name is Toad PhD.
Okay.
And a lot of people assume that we have a beef together, but we don't.
Has he ever said anything about you?
No.
Have the viewers created something?
The viewers have attempted to create a beef, but I have no beef with him at all. I think he's. I mean, I don't know him very well, but we've spoken.
So it's like he's like
reasonable
your
person.
reason. There's really nothing going on.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything about me. And, we're both doing our own thing. I think that people, they see that we do a similar thing and they maybe like try to incite a beef, but I don't harbor any conflict with anyone.
That's how I feel about all rappers. Anytime a rapper or a person says anything about me, I'm just like, who gives a shit? I used to care.
Really?
Oh yeah, of course. I used to fucking lose sleep.
Just about another rapper talking.
No, just
about
like
shit about you?
people talking shit about me.
So
I'm
you've
like,
gotten
why?
better at.
I could give
not-
a fuck. Yeah, like as a human being, I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, Charlemagne. I don't know. If Charlemagne gives me Donkey of the Day for being dressed in green face and talking about the time he raped. He asked me who raped my sisters.
What is Donkey of the Day?
Donkey of the Day is some fucking stupid ass radio shit I don't even want to talk about. It's
Okay.
fucking whack. What I'm saying is when people used to say things about me, it really was like,
Yeah.
because I cared so much. And then a life came out of my wife, and it just changed it all, man.
You just changed your
It changed
perspective.
it all, man.
Okay, nice.
Like, for real, bro.
You're like high on life.
Yeah, man. I ain't got time for this shit. All right. Much love to Reason and every other hip-hop artist out there. Nothing but love from Logic. Nothing but support. Stay great. I shouldn't do your outro. I'm going to sit back here while you do it.
No, please. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people at the computer?
Thanks for having me, man.
Dude, thank you for doing this, man. I really appreciate it.
I fuck with you,
I was
bro.
stoked when I got the DM from your
My
from your
manager?
guy, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, we're doing it."
Oh, yeah, it's done now. How long has it
Logic,
been?
baby. Let's see. We did a good 2.5 hours.
Well, what time is it?
What time is it now? 8:38. How many missed texts do you have from your wife?
I don't know. I don't got my phone on me.
It's nice to escape electronics.
I mean,
every
I
once in a
got
while.
it, but this is what's the most important thing in my life right now is you. So I'm not here to check my phone. And if there's an emergency or something extremely needs my attention, one of my 20,000 entourage members will come knock on that fucking window and let me know. You and these people watching are the most important thing in my life at this motherfucking moment. And Reason from TDE, I love you.
It's been an honor being present with you.
All right, man. Peace.
Thanks for being a gecko, dude.
Goodbye.